Oh yeah, ooh Lord. And if you don't give it, you won't get it, that's right. I give her all my love.
Hey, run that shit up, Trace.
I came from the streets to the shy, where wicked and evil collide. If it was illegal, we tried ambition to get us a piece of the pie. Had so many demons inside, was dim in the gleam of my eye, killing my innocence. All of my vision, I'm reading the sign and seeing demise. We've been deprived of basic necessities, that and cocaine, a satanic recipe. Refusing to claim it as destiny, sins of the fatherly children in jeopardy. The family addiction affected me, affliction of prison, the death of me. Not even the thought of my legacy, living in hell, how you hating your pedigree. Been definitely holding the grudge, letting it go cause no hoe is in us. If we don't connect then you know what it was. One West and no cowards is rolling with us. Steps was all in the mud, feeling the pain like salt in the cut. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question we taught them in blood. It's all for the love, yeah. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question we taught them in blood. It's all for the love. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question we taught them in blood. It's all for the love. I get an honor to command and Jenna Johanna for being the armor, protecting the message, delivered the Abba, straight from the Father. He gave it to you, ain't making excuse. Though Satan is loose, kept lacing his boots, training and raising the troops, perfecting the method of 7. One West in the hairs was able to prove. Ain't stressing them niggas that never can step in the stand and stating the truth. My people could never imagine the hardest of winners you lasted. Extending the realest compassion for niggas that should have been fitted for caskets. How could you ever ignore the nigga who slept on the floor and was ready for war? Whenever it called, better this weapon is drawn. Election is sure, edging this war, front of projects of the Bronx. Now representing the Lord, the water for blessing us all.
Dirties, bust their head.
ODing on a beat, Narcan flow. Got my... We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's One West for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One West, leave stretch, do it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing, click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block, tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving halos, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up, all cause my delivery. I be on that prime shit, take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir, treat you like the Ukraine. Raid your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle, I got new aim. Fresh kick, spit with the blick, not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7, that's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's One West for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's One West for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly, be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to roaring down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog, this the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's Pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big bursts of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty Mortal Kombat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look 'em in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how to build bid, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside, that temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. It's one west for that bag and we outside. Outside, outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, outside, and we outside. Outside, outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, outside, yeah, we outside. It's one west on them corners and we outside. We outside, outside with it.
Black like the damn streets. They're gonna be a crazy and insane out your mind. And this is the product of the Christian church. Listen, man, she came up here, put some money in the bucket, said, what, give me back my goddamn money. We ain't care about money, man. Money might drive you, but it ain't gonna drive us. That's right. And your mouth is why your baby don't got no daddy. That man done left you, and you're running the streets like a stray dog. That loud mouth is why that man left you dumb behind. Because you're running your mouth like a goddamn dog. You're like Dino from Flintstones. That's you. That's you. You foolish and clamorous woman. Give me that first. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
She is clamorous. You know what clamorous means? Loving to run her damn mouth and saying nothing. Loving to run her mouth and saying nothing. That's simple out there. Loving to run her mouth and saying nothing. Say it again.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Say it again.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Say it one more time.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Let me tell you something, man. I learned from Commanding General Yahana, man. I done seen this demon before. I done seen this damn foolish demon before. You done endangering a child out here. Where's that child's father? Let me call him so he can come and get full custody. Because you're crazy and you're foolish and you're out your goddamn mind. Black men love their children, but ain't no black man putting up with that damn nonsense. Ain't no black man staying in the house putting up with that damn nonsense. And as you're putting up with that, you're a goddamn weak nigga. You're a weak ass nigga. Put that bitch in check. Put that bitch in check. So I don't have to do it for you. Running around the street terrorizing people. Now if I didn't have no discipline, I would knock a goddamn head off. You would have a problem. Put that bitch in check. Put that goddamn bitch in check. Read it again.
A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple.
She is what?
She is simple.
She is what?
Simple.
She is what?
Simple.
Go ahead.
And knowing nothing.
And you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. That's why you got to kick everything over and get violent. That's why that man left you. That's why he left you. And you're shopping around for daddies right now. Who gonna be my baby dad? Who gonna be my baby dad? Because that baby father don't want your dumb ass. Because you're stupid and you're simple and you know it's nothing. I tried to ignore you. I tried to leave you alone. But you don't want to leave black men alone. You don't want to leave black men alone. I don't give a damn if you believe what I know or I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, you're stupid and you're simple. You got a goddamn child out here and you doing all this reckless thing with this child. And ain't nobody... Talk to her. Talk to her. Read. Read.
Psalm 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silent.
Say it again.
Keep not thou silent. Oh God.
Keep not thou silence, oh God. That's what David said in the Psalms. Keep not thou silence. You don't see how we destroyed America? I understand, brother. I got you. Yeah, we the enemy now. But now the problem is me, right? Now the problem is me. You don't want to check her, but now the problem is me. Black people, we are a house that needs to be put in order. We are a house that needs to be put in order. We are a house that needs to be put in order. Don't worry about it. Listen, let me tell you something. You know why she in the brother's face? Because she ain't got no man in the house. That's the closest to masculinity she'll ever get. That's the first man her goddamn baby ever seen. Listen, man, extend that arm. Extend that arm. Extend that arm. Extend that arm. Read.
Keep that silent. Oh God. Hold that peace. And be that still. Oh God. For love thy enemies make a torment.
What does the enemies of the Lord do?
Make a torment.
What does the enemies of the Lord do?
Make a torment.
Make a tumult, man. Make a noise. Why? Because black men decide to be strong. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna put a bitch in check, man. Ain't nobody ever told you you're a loudmouth bitch, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, you're a loudmouth bitch. And somebody needs to tell you, shut your goddamn mouth. And you gonna stop terrorizing black men. You gonna stop terrorizing black men. You gonna stop terrorizing black men. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 25.
All right.
Shameless woman.
Hey, what kind of woman?
A shameless woman.
What kind of woman?
A shameless woman.
A woman with no shame. A woman with no shame, no kind of discretion. She ain't embarrassed to be acting like a hooligan.
Shall be counted as a dog.
Shall be counted as what?
As a dog.
Shall be counted as what?
As a dog.
Now, what's a female dog, brothers? Anybody know? What's a female dog? Huh? I'm gonna say it for you. Bitch. Stop being a bitch out in the streets. Stop being a bitch out in the streets. For your daughter's sake. Stop being a bitch out in the streets. For your daughter's father's sake. I'm gonna call him a bitch. I'm gonna call you a bitch because he couldn't. Stop being a bitch in the streets.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
But she that is what?
That is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
But a woman who has shame, she gonna fear God. And this woman don't fear God. She don't respect God, nor God's word. She just a shameless woman. I bet you when the white man show up with a damn police car, she gonna behave herself. I bet you he show up right now, she gonna behave herself. Because you don't fear God, you fear the white man. And let me tell you something, she must have done call the white man on that child's father, destroyed that child's father's life, probably got him on child support. Get that bitch back that money she put in there. Get that bitch back that money she put in there. Because that's that man's child support money you done put in here. Get that damn dirty bitch back that money she put in there. Read it again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
She that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Oh, now you're angry. When you was assaulting my men, you ain't angry. You're assaulting my men, and I ain't got to say nothing. Get that woman off this damn corner. Go home. Shut your mouth and go home. Shut your mouth and go home. You're out in the streets acting wild and crazy. Dumb damn terror. Give her it back, man. Give her back her damn money, man. You should have throw it at her. Don't hand nothing to her. You coming up here for a few dollars so you could damn assault my men? You must be out your goddamn mind. Stop being a bitch in the streets. Stop being a... You think I'm scared of some water? You think I'm scared of some water? Let me tell you, the wicked witch is scared of water. And you a wicked bitch. Read it again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
A woman who fears God will never act like that in the streets. A woman who fears God will never let her own child see her acting like that in the streets. And let me tell you something, black man. You don't never be scared to tell your woman, shut her goddamn mouth. If she acting like that. If she acting like that, you tell that bitch, sit the hell down and shut the hell up. I don't give a damn. She could call the police, the DEA, the CIA, the FBI, the Navy, call the Marines. I don't care. You put that bitch in check, man. You let your daughter see you stand strong against an evil-ass monster. Read it again.
Verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a daughter, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
A woman who is shamefaced will fear God. Go tell your husband I want to talk to him so he can tell him how his woman is acting in the street with his damn child. And don't care. And listen, let me tell you something. This is the most shameful thing. I expect that from some black woman in America. I expect that from any one of a Hispanic or Native Indian woman. But you brothers who saw that and jumped on her defense and didn't tell her don't assault the men, didn't tell her don't disrupt them, didn't tell her don't kick them over, you weak as hell. You weak as hell. You watch these sisters tear each other up, fight, and pull out your phone talking about world star, and you wouldn't stand up strong against an evil spirit. But these black men who done change their life and get discipline out here, you want to try to assault them. God gonna kill you, man. God gonna kill you. God gonna put you to death because you don't want to obey him. You don't want to fear him. You always put an evil, wicked bitch in check. And don't take no nonsense off of her. You ain't got to put your hands on her, or you surely ain't got to suffer her mouth. Read.
A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
A woman who honoreth her husband will be judged wise of all. And she dishonored her husband. She out in the streets. Suppose we were some old crazy old terrorist Taliban would have kicked that damn cart over and fell on that woman. Suppose we were some old crazy old half-cracked radical ass group that would have fell on that sister, and you out here trying to fight. You're a goddamn fool. Give me a Job, deprived her of knowledge. You stay right there. Read on.
Keep not that silence, oh God.
Hold on. Get me down to verse 17. Now the whole thing started because she disagreed who the Lord's name was. Now that we done vanquished the demon, I'm going to tell you what the Lord's name is. Tell them where you at.
Psalms 83.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a piece holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day,
boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're squirming off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why this nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, here phages line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood more than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Back roll.
Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomber.
He's the man that came up with the term African American. Right. We from now on, we call African American. But now somebody run up on you and say, we should leave this place. You turn to them and say, where we gonna go?
They have the American flag, the symbols of red, white, and blue, but it's black people.
Right.
So it's not they're not repping who they are. Right. They're repping the country that they serve.
These leaders that don't care about their community, you know what I'm saying, that always, you know what I'm saying, just focusing on winning gold medals and championships and different things of that nature, and have no thought to the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. It's gonna come back at home.
Enough for hearing that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. Even Emmett Till was somewhat similar. It's once something happens to a white woman, that's the justification to kill all niggas.
At the same city, at the same time as the Klansmen, the Purple Boys had a mass march on the other in downtown, but blocks away, and did not cross paths with that.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
show the Most High some love for that. Also, we want to give it up to our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. You understand? Whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And of course, the man with the plan, none other than Commanding General Yohana. You understand? Damn right. All right. To my right, y'all know who he is, rocking it out with us every week. Officer Lamar Kiala in the building, doing what he do. All right. To my left, you know who this is, Officer Yaradan. You understand? One of the top MCs in the game. He got music coming. Relax, it's on his way. You understand? That's right. All right. To my far right, we got Officer Iwalam in the building. You understand? Damn right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? And to my left, you know what I'm saying, we got Officer Mayad doing what he do. You understand? Bringing out heavy information every time he bless the mic. You know what I'm saying? We got a full house in here tonight. You understand? Officer Raj on the ones and twos. Ramawan, he'll be joining them shortly. But we also got one of the captains in the Midwest in here with us tonight. Captain DeBob Malva's in the building. You understand? Joined by a nigga who snuck in town on us. You understand? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Snuggle this in nigga under in the suitcase.
That's right.
To Milwaukee. We ain't know nothing about it up here in Chicago. He was in Chicago, okay? He ain't no more. Yeah. Counsel will be served. It will be. Officer will come in the building, you understand? And of course, we got the battle axe in here with us tonight. You understand? Got his young soldiers with him, you understand? And so you know who I am, Captain Mal Quad under Commander Jenny Yohana, man. We got a real special show. You know what I mean? About to get it on. Carsino, you there, brother?
Right now, Cap. I'll mute your mic, please, brother.
Carsino, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Get a brother a hand, all right?
All right. Glad to be here.
Now, am I saying that right, Carsino?
That's it.
Man, come on, man. I seen your tapes, man. Listen, I say, damn, this a nigga out there more radical than me. you might as well come join us and our radicalness. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing well, man. I'm blessed.
Man, if you could, man, you know, to our audience that join us every week, could you introduce yourself and tell them, you know, what you do a little bit, if you didn't mind?
Okay. My name on YouTube is pretty much Carsino for life. But what I do is I just create mostly content and go over events that's happening in real world and just give you my commentary to it.
Damn right.
Life experience. You know, practical knowledge is the best knowledge in the world.
Man, come on, goddamn.
Right.
ISUBK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
I told the brother supposed to be in here with us, man. Man, listen, that's what's up, brother. We, of course, on the round table of truth, we do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, like they say, great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? We for sure. We want to thank you, brother, for allowing us. You know what I'm saying? Joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you didn't have to do that. All right?
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I could make the time. I wanted to do it.
Damn right. So tell us, Yaradan, how did y'all meet this brother? How did I even bump heads with this brother?
Well, this brother, man, like honestly, you know what I'm saying, we were just out, we was out with our wives, man, and we just bumped into the brother, and right off the bat, man, he came straight up to me like, man, shalom, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
So, you know what I'm saying, I just automatically just knew, like, you know what I'm saying, the brother knew something about us being Israelites or whatever the case may be.
Damn right.
But, you know what I'm saying, the brother, you know what I'm saying, down to earth, you know what I'm saying, brother, he just came up and we chopped it up for a second, you know what I'm saying? The brother ended up even giving us his table because there wasn't no other tables, man. So the brother actually gave us his table.
Man, that's brotherhood there. You know, sure. They didn't even know you gave you a table.
Yeah, for sure.
So y'all can get drunk some more. So, brother, how long you been doing what you've been doing as far as addressing the issues and stuff like that? How long have you been doing that for?
It's really been like my whole life, man. When I never forget, as a kid, I grew up in in the Robert Taylor homes. I was in 4101 South Federal. I went to Hardigan.
Man, big shout out to the Robert Taylor, man.
Yeah, the old buildings, man, before they tore it down. But when I was in 4101, my uncle lived in 4037, the building right next door.
Okay.
And I always questioned everything. Like my parents and family always wrote that off as, oh, he just liked to be different. You just like to be against everybody. that wasn't my whole take. My take is I was asking questions because I didn't understand it. It didn't make sense to me. So a lot of things didn't make sense to me right away. I automatically asked the questions because it just puzzled me. You know, like why do we got Santa Claus and like what are we doing? Like this guy was laying down a chimney. We in the projects. How did he get in here? So my uncle, his brother Shav, my uncle Irv, his brother Shav took him to the Israelite temple on the low end, on the low end. And most of the guys that moved and in the 1960s, I think early 1970s, they was from Chicago over in the Robert Taylors. They was coming over there getting brothers to go back to Israel. Those brothers that's still there now. The ones that have Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown come over there.
Right. That's the ones that under Ben Amin.
Yep.
Okay.
Ben Amin. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Ben Amin came and tried to recruit my uncle.
Okay.
And his brother, Shaq, who took him to the Israelite temple, and he started teaching me early. They're saying, no, the questions you asking is right. You got a right to, so he was the first one to say, no, keep questioning this. You right. I was like, I'm right. That's the worst thing you could have told me. So the more I kept to find out information, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize how dangerous it was. To you try to, I'm like, this is an established cabal system. So when you start throwing out words that are factual, that I'm like, it's in your own books that y'all wrote. We didn't write it.
Listen, it's a shame. It's a shame that the children, you know what I'm saying? Let me word this right. I want to say it's a shame that children ask questions. I think it's a bigger shame that the adults don't have the answers. You see what I'm saying? Like children are curious, you know what I'm saying? Children need to be taught. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that you was curious and people were teaching you, it was a beautiful thing, which is the whole purpose of being an adult. The problem is that the people that are teaching our children nowadays on, you know, to have a moral compass, they themselves don't have a moral compass. You see what I'm saying? So our children that's where it starts. Like you want to look at an adult, you know what I'm saying, who been raised right. It starts at childhood. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to go back to the essence. We got to get back to the essence as Black people at having love for our children. And having love is teaching them the right things, teaching them these laws, statutes, and commandments. So the fact that you were curious, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a beautiful thing, guys. You know what I mean? I'm right. But go ahead, brother. I ain't want to stop you. Oxlock.
Oh no, man. So from that point on, I said, man, I'm gonna go out and see what I can, learn.
Gotcha.
And get more information and more knowledge about what my conversations was based on. So in case somebody come for me, look, I got this to back it up. You can go get the information from here.
Right.
So when they translated everything over, if you go back to the original context of the language, there was no wiggle room. The word of God is exact.
Right.
So they know that over there. Here we don't. See, that's how the devils trick you. They use so many different words to mean the same thing.
Right.
So to keep you confused, to try to say, well, he didn't quite, and the word don't kind of mean that. He could have meant this. No, the word of God is exact.
Right.
He don't mince words.
There you go.
So over there, they know that. That's why the context of the words and what they use, they know exactly what it means. There is no wiggle room.
There you go. That's what's happening. So what made you? How long you been doing? Is this a podcast you do?
Yeah, because when I first before YouTube came out, I was in the blog chats.
Right.
And I got banned from like every blog chat.
So you are using that you using the blog chat kicking up dust.
Yeah, so the blog chats, my house was on fire though. Everybody wanted to talk to them. But the moderator said we gotta just cut you down on all these chats. So YouTube had came around in like 2005. And then I went and made an account and didn't really use it. It was new. You can only do 5-minute videos. That was it. And so I was like, man, and my friend is Nate Jones, the Olympic boxer. Fought in Navy SEAL from Cabrini Green. So he trained Floyd Mayweather. Him and Floyd Mayweather was fighting at this time. They were on the amateurs. So they came up together. They went to the Olympics and he won bronze medal. He's the only person from Chicago to win a medal in boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so he's right now he's training Devin Haney, Devin the Dream Haney.
Okay, that's what's happening.
So yeah, he's training him right now. So Floyd Mayweather and him Floyd had a fight, and I went live and posted his intro, and all of us has been tight since. Floyd, he always would come up here, acknowledge me, show love. So from that standpoint, that everybody started to come around, and I started meeting a lot of people in the game. And yeah, but I was hitting them off with knowledge, and we sitting there having discussion. And you see, like I've seen Hollywood, and it's crazy. At that same time,
if I could, like you've been exposed to Hollywood.
Oh yeah, because at that same time, right around the corner from where we moved to, a child actor my cousin was a rapper, and he was rapping with my cousin, and they was around the corner, and they the same age. I'm 3 years older than them, so I didn't hang out with them. I'm going to work, doing what I'm doing, and he's going around the corner hanging out with this kid on another block, and this kid ended up taking an audition and becoming, because I'm like, that's the kid that used to break dance in the street.
Right.
And next thing you know, he takes an audition and he gets a show called All That on Nickelodeon. And that kid ended up being Kel Mitchell from Kenan and Kel. So Kel Mitchell grew up around the corner from me. So he was in my house all the time. So when he blew up and they beat Disney. They had never had a show to ever beat Disney. So,
them cats, they had a back then, man. They had a real. I remember them. They had a real popular show. Everybody watched that.
Yeah, man. Everywhere he would go in Chicago, anywhere they come up with the orange soda and love orange soda. So that's how I got introduced to the game, because the producer of that show is Brian Robbins, and I was like, Brian Robbins from Head of the Class. He produced the show, and he was all into music. He worked with Russell Simmons at Def Jam. That's why every time they had a break, it was a musical guest. It was a rapper. They had Method Man, Keith Murray. Everybody on Def Jam roster pretty much was on the show. TLC came in, produced it. So that's how I started to meet all the people in the industry and connect with people. And now Brian Robbins, I believe he works at Universal Music to this day. But yeah, he directed the movie The Show with Russell Simmons. He directed Hardball and Cabrini Green with Keanu Reeves. Me and him chopped it up there. And that's how I started to get all my connections with people in the industry. So when I started talking about these industry stories, people couldn't believe it. I'm like, no, this stuff really happened. I've seen the way these people were ripping them off. I seen the way they were setting people up. I seen the Diddy parties. I saw that happening. It was set up. It was like a setup. I was like, that party, we went in there in LA. I was like, we walked in the room. I said, I'm staying by the door. I'm from the Chi. I wasn't invited. You see, that was the thing. They didn't understand that I couldn't go. So they thought they meant all of us can go. So when they took us all there, I'm like, this was like one of my first times in LA. So I'm walking around looking at people, you know, like, oh, what? Look at our face. Like, what's going on around here? You know, like,
damn,
it's weird. Like, nobody's saying anything, and
right.
And you see how they operate, and I'm just observing all of it and taking it all in. It's crazy.
So would you say that, you know what I'm saying, that whole entertainment world is a very vile and disgusting world?
Oh, very much.
So.
Y'all can It's very much because it's psychologically damaging. It teaches you to hate yourself. And Kel, who was so spiritually strong and everything, his mom, they took him there. He's a good Christian kid. They tried to turn him out early. So, yeah, they put him in the movie with Ben Stiller called Mystery Men. My cousin, that music video is still on YouTube. So they did the music video for it and everything, and they had a guy who produced the song. They took the producer off the record, and that guy name is Kenny. He played Robert Townsend's son on the TV show Parenthood. He was in Boomerang too. Okay. So that he was a producer. He made the beats and everything. So they made the song for the soundtrack, but they see how it works. Universal did it too.
Right.
But Universal said, "Nah, we like it, but we kind of want to go with our guy on this. Let's get our producer in here." And they bring in this white Eminem kid, and the kid looked familiar. And come to find out, that's the kid that used to be in Michael Jackson's group that he signed on the record label, his only rap group called Kuo. Yeah, it was a black kid and a white kid. It's called Kuo. Q-U-O. Redman wrote.
I remember them. I remember them. One of them looking like Redman, right?
Yep, and the other one looks like Eminem. He looked like Eminem.
I remember them.
So they came out. He was producing the record because they had him under contract. And come to find out, he's the one that defended Michael Jackson, and later came back and tried to turn on Michael Jackson after he was dead to try to get some money.
That's great.
Same guy. And the other member of the group is married to the girl that played the daughter on the show, The Parenthood, with Kenny. So they removed Kenny out of the way so they could put the white guy in charge. So the white guy can get paid because they already paying him. So why they gonna pay two people? They paying him to do nothing.
Right.
He's under contract. So that's why it was all business. And they took him out. And once they did that in the movie, Mystery Man, Kel is supposed to play Invisible Boy. And it's not in the script. They create something new in the script where Kel, who's the only black man in this movie,
right?
You want him to strip completely nude. In a kid, like a PG like movie, they was like, oh, it's gonna be funny. See, he's gonna be invisible. He's only invisible when no one looks at him. So he's gonna cover up, and then all his clothes are gonna fall, and he's gonna turn invisible. And then when everybody looks at him, he's gonna be naked, and it's gonna be funny. And then you cover yourself up. This led to a whole debate because his mother was like, no, he's a good Christian boy. He grew up in the church. There's no way this is happening. And his parents, the studio, everybody, they fought for this because they was like, look, he's a Nickelodeon star and all this. We can't do that. Y'all not going to do that to my son. So it was it was a big fight. Yeah. But at the end, Kel went and did it. And once he did that, they got him. Now they know they can get you to do whatever they want to do, and you're gonna go against your own parents to do it.
Right. And so now you about to be basically exposed and basically turned out to all type of evil. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm scared to go over any story with a celebrity here tonight because ain't no telling what you gonna say. I'm not sure I'm gonna touch anything with the celebrities. I'm joking, man. Listen, we don't want to
go nowhere around them people. But after that, they know who to invite and who not to invite. I was not invited to a lot of anything.
Right, man. Give it up.
I I got too much Chi-Town.
Man, look, I know that's right. You coming from the projects. Big shout out to the Chicago projects, man. Right? You know what I mean?
That was not gonna go down with me, but because of that, he started to become more staying with his faith. Though he was locked in, he would not break. Mm-hmm. So he turned down movies. He was supposed to be in that movie, Me, Myself, and Irene. He was supposed to have been one of the sons in that movie, and they was all the cursing and like all the F words and stuff. And his mom was like, "My son, don't do that.
Right,
you're not doing that."
Yeah,
so so they
straight up and down try to strip the brother of his morality.
Yep, and he didn't do it, and they punished him for it.
That's crazy.
Punished him. They kicked him and banned him basically from Hollywood, everything. That's why he just now coming back. Like he just got back in the good graces. He started going, losing himself. He's got into drugs, but he wasn't communicating none of this with us.
Right.
At all. So we didn't know what he was going through. We thinking he's just working out in LA. He's not telling people what he's going through, problems with his wife, things like that. And he had to go through a divorce and it was painful for him. And then I heard a rap song he made and then he deleted it, but he let me hear it at least before he deleted it. And I don't know, it talked about it like almost all of it.
Man. That's crazy. Captain DeBalma.
So basically what you said.
Give him the mic. Out.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying, brother, is what Hollywood is doing is because back in the day, especially around the time when Me, Myself, and Irene came out and all that came out, it was taboo to hear kids, using profanity on TV.
Yeah.
So basically what they were trying to do is have somebody be the forerunner of breaking the taboo, like changing status quo.
Yeah.
And so what I wanted to acknowledge is, because what you said was so heavy, they did this over time, but they did it in small increments.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And so now where it's so normal that when a kid doesn't use profanity in a production, now that's taboo. That's like, what? So they made what was normal weird, and what's weird is normal. And that is Hollywood for you.
Well, listen, man, I listen. I like this brother already because most people will when they get exposed to Hollywood, they fold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And get down with all the nastiness and lewd, sex and nudity with the drugs and all that. And it sounds like Casino, man. You was exposed to it, but you held your integrity, man, which is a
never done a drug. I never done a drug. Don't have any tattoos. I'm just like no ear piercing. I didn't do nothing. I just original man. I was like,
right. Get a brother in, man.
They wasn't gonna get me, boy. They tried because what they do is they send the women. They try to get up the women.
Nah, I understand.
So that's how they break you. So they send the woman in there. And I was like, I'm from the city. I seen this play. I'm from the city. I seen this play before.
Damn right. The brother got the.
Yeah, I'm only interested, but see, here's the game that they play.
Go ahead.
In Hollywood, everybody is like in a circle. It's weird. And they go and they do this even in the restaurants. You are not allowed, like if you know somebody or you see a celebrity or something at the table, you are not allowed to go to that table if you're not in that certain bubble. Everybody in your clique, like Kale's clique, was like Nick Cannon, Kale, Megan Good, her sister, a guy that played in Roll Bounce, the guy that played Sweetness.
Yeah,
he was there. Wesley Jonathan, he was there. So, what's his name? Jason Weaver, like all of those guys, like they were all in a circle, and they all was in that same bubble. They could never go to the other tables. They were in their own section, and it's like your own caste. Like it's a clergy system. Like you're not in this upper echelon. So you can't, even in a restaurant, y'all got to sit together. And y'all are not allowed to mingle with the other ones unless one of them come grab you and bring you to that table. And once you at that table, you can no longer talk to the people at the other table that you just left.
Good.
That's how weird it is. And I saw that live. I said, This is the craziest thing I've ever saw.
Real talk.
That happened to Nick Cannon. Nick got big. He started blowing up, and he got bigger than everybody at the table. See, what Kel said no to, Nick said yes. And
I told you I ain't want to talk about these Hollywood stuff. Yeah, Casino, he exposed y'all. This is the round table of truth. He exposed y'all on the round table. This is not gonna turn out well. Good night. Hey, Casino, the brother had a question for you. Go ahead, my y'all.
Hey, Shalom, brother. Hey, real quick, you said something early on. I'm just curious. I'm sure other members of the audience that are listening to you, especially with you dropping the bombs that you dropping right now. You said about the Diddy party. You said you actually were uninvited, but ended up at a Diddy party. I just have to know. So like, I got to know, bro.
Go ahead.
I know you know they made y'all use like, look, I'm standing by the door with your Chi-Town into the pool. Like, I ain't going in there. You know what I mean? But I know you saw some things at that Diddy party. And
well, I'm gonna tell you like this: the party wasn't Diddy's.
Okay.
Diddy wasn't at this party at all. But it was a Diddy like party. But see, they covered up the fact that these white boys started these things.
Wow.
They were at the house of a guy who's a known record executive, Todd Moskowitz.
Okay.
Todd Moskowitz works for Def Jam, and he's a total, I'ma say it, cokehead. And I don't know what he is now, but at that time, everybody knows Todd Moskowitz. Jaguar Wright was there.
Right.
And all of these people, and she was dating the white boy.
Let me stop you.
Scott Storch.
Real quick. Real quick. I just want to stop you.
Yeah.
So the sister Jaguar Wright, you know, she come out and she say a lot of things. Is the majority of the stuff that she's saying factual?
Some of it, about 25%.
Okay.
But the thing is, she omits the stuff she did. She was on drugs like crazy with Scott Storch. Both of them was drugged. She was sleeping with the white boy. She's sleeping with everybody. And she know that. And that's what
she just found a way to disclude herself.
Whoever she was on tour with, she slept with about 2-3 dudes while the bus is moving.
Dang.
Common, Talib Kweli, like it was so many. I'm like, if you was the sound, the boom guys, you had a shot at Jack.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Good damn.
Hey. That's a heavy one there.
That's a new boom box.
Well, listen, Casino, man. Real quick, man. We're gonna get into a few of these stories that we got. Is anything that you wanted to cover tonight?
Pretty much we can cover a lot, but like we can talk about what's going on in the city.
Sure.
Because the reason why that they're doing this is because Ari Emanuel, who is the guy that runs WWE and UFC and the entire internet, in the entertainment division, he runs entertainment. He'll kick you out. He the one kicked Kanye West out of the rap business. Kanye was like, it's Ari Emanuel that kicked me out.
Right,
and I was like, Ari Emanuel, his brother is Rahm Emanuel, the former mayor of Chicago.
Right.
So Ari is the one that ran everything. And him and Obama and all of them, they all friends. Rahm Emanuel didn't even want the job. Obama told him, no, go there, because if you don't go there, we might go red. We might have a Republican mayor. We can't have that, because he gonna reallocate the funds.
Right.
See, they tricked us out of it because they told us, because we tried to go and said, all right, if you don't want to do it, we'll put our own money up. We'll raise the money and put it up. You match it. But the state has to do for the hood anyway. That says it in there. They supposed to give the grant money to the hood. That's what the money's supposed to go to. But they steal that money from the hood. This is millions.
That's
supposed to be allocated to the people for whatever they need. Recreational centers. There's no recreational centers. There's no jobs over there. Most people got on the south side. They got to take 2 buses, a train to go way out north to go to work.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Real talk. Well, they've been robbing. Listen, these like federal programs that's supposed to supply, you know what I'm saying, the black and brown community with funds, man. They've been stealing those things for years. Them politicians get right in office and they sending a $1 million home because they taking the funds that's supposed to reach the people. And like you say, anytime a person has to travel an hour or two to go to a job and then an hour or two back, by the time they get home, they drain. They can't be themselves. Opposed to if you had a job in your community, you would be more inspired, you know what I mean, to uplift your community. So what you speaking about, brother, is heavy. You know what I'm saying? They've been robbing these black and brown communities for a very long time, especially the city of Chicago. You know,
so we found the paperwork. We found the paperwork because we said, okay, we're gonna play your game and we're gonna see what's going on. We had an event and we had Jesse White there. The former Secretary of State showed up. He brought the Jesse White tumblers. We raised all this money. We got free food, free supplies for all the kids, and we raised enough money to say, okay, we're gonna open up a center, a recreational center with computers, everything. Y'all gotta supply that. That's in the grant. So we done raised our part of the money that we didn't even have to. So now, why don't we have permission to do it? And they said, oh, well, we can't do it because they might break in and steal it. I'm like, who cares? That's the state. Y'all got to cover that if that happens. That's theirs anyway. So it's all insured. You don't lose no money.
Right.
It's coming from the government. So that's their money anyway. But here's the trick they played on the hood. They send you those census. And when you don't register on the census, it's like you don't live there. So now they're saying, well, most people over there don't fill out the census, so we can't determine who lives over there and don't. I'm like, they got driver's license. They got everything to determine who lives there or not. Exactly. That's the game and trick they do, and they reallocate the money. I said, well, where did the money go? Where did you reallocate it to? They can't give you an answer.
Right.
So that's the trick they played.
Yeah, man. Get it, man. Get it, brother. Go ahead, Cap.
Cap, you know what this reminds us of?
Go ahead.
Man, the lecture that Officer Iwalum did about Gary, Indiana, and the mafia tactics that they use when it comes to dealing with racketeering and using all of these political and government funds and then reallocating them to themselves like criminals and gangsters, man. That's all it is. It's the format, the blueprint that they've been running game on for a long time.
Real talk. Listen, you're some of the most impoverished communities in America. You're going to find the biggest crooks, you know what I'm saying, which are the politicians. Now, when you take the politicians who are the biggest crooks who make the community poor and mix them with the religious leaders, you know what I'm saying, who are immoral, you know what I'm saying? So now you got politicians that's robbing them. Then you got the preachers, they robbing them too, you know what I'm saying? But they, you know, the morality that they teaching them is off like hell. I mean, pretty much black and brown people don't have a fighting chance, you know what I'm saying? So brother like Casino who come out, you know what I'm saying, and speak on these type of topics, you know what I'm saying? We need, like the Bible says this, Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud and spare not. We say this all the time. The strongest thing that a black man got is his voice. You know what I'm saying? It ain't money. You know what I'm saying? Money is cool. You need money to build schools and build this and feed people for sure. But you need a black man to open his goddamn mouth. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And speak against the ills of this place. Open your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And listen, brother, it take a lot of strength to do what you do. And you've been doing this for a while, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? So it's just heavy, you know what I mean? So come out and speak on the different things that affect our people. It's something that we must do. Lamar Yalla.
Connor, what's so heavy about what he's doing is like he's around that world 24/7.
That's right.
All the celebrities, all the disgustingness, all the wickedness in the world,
right?
And all that peer pressure, he didn't fall weak. He's holding his integrity, speaking against the world that he's around 24/7.
Yeah,
to my point, that's what it takes to be a real man.
Man, listen, it take a lot of courage, man, to speak up against politicians, man, and to speak up against preachers. They got the big mega churches. They got the fine car, they got the money, they got the clothes. You understand? So it take a lot of strength because everybody think God is with them, but people don't understand the religious. Back when Christ was on the scene. Jesus Christ, I'm talking about, who everybody claimed to love. his biggest competitors or the people that he was in opposition against was the religious institution. You understand? And that's saying, and those same religious leaders, they back in the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? And they in that Christian church, they in that Catholic church, they in that Muslim mosque, and they don't give a damn about you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You see what I'm saying? You got to start getting down with men that give a damn about you, man. That's right. And somebody, you know what I'm saying? And somebody that listen.
Right.
The men that give a damn about you are gonna tell you the truth. It's like your child. You ain't gonna lie to your child, right? Because you want your child to learn. You want your child to grow. You don't want your child to get no harm. So you ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing for your child. So when we start looking at each other, looking at other Black and Hispanic people that don't live with you, like they your family that's in your house, then the community will grow. It'll get to where we need it to be. And I'm gonna tell you, man, listen. It's a state of emergency at this point. Right. Hitler gonna be in the White House in 3 days. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't like we got much time, Black people and Hispanics, to get it together. We got to get it together right now.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right. Y'all done? So like, sir, I just wanted to ask the brother, man, because he like I've been up on Carsino for years. Like he said, I experienced getting some of the information even before, like, you know what I'm saying, the internet was popping like that and different things of that nature. Because the brother was always dropping some heavy information that ain't nobody really ever spoke on. So I just wanted to ask the brother, have you ever experienced, you know what I'm saying, going through, like, it's a process where they blackball people that's not with the agenda? I see you speak against, you know what I'm saying, people like LeBron and Drake and everybody that's kind of like scared to talk about, you know what I'm saying, in a negative fashion. And you know what I'm saying, you have the cojones to do it. You know what I'm saying? So have you ever experienced like the industry trying to like blackball you or whatever the case may be?
Absolutely. They've been doing that forever, but I'm like, I must talk no matter if I got one person in front of me. You ain't gonna shut me up from talking.
That's right.
You ain't gonna stop me.
They're right.
They did a dirty game because I used to get like 400,000 views a video. It was crazy amount. They didn't know how to do that, but YouTube ran a whole different scam on people. That's when they started putting the monetization dots in like 2017. That was to marginalize Black people from white people. Because, see, it was wide open and anybody had a chance to make and earn money. It was an algorithm. It wasn't based on color. Now it is based on color. They're controlling who gets what.
Wow.
Right.
There's a reason. And this is something I want everybody to know. What they do here is they invite you to these places. There's in New York, there's one in like Arizona, and there's one in California. And what these are is like hubs, because most content creators, most of them are poor. They work, they make all these, they spend all their money on cameras and all this technology, but they need money. Right. So they get invited by these big conglomerates that invite them out because they get a lot of views or attention. So they invite them out. I turned it down, but the other creators went. They went over there to it. I told them I'm good.
Damn right. Hey, listen.
They came back and told me, and here's what was important.
Go ahead.
And I want these young creators to know. When they invite you in there, this is what actually went down. There's a party. It's like all this fruit, snacks, and they'll hire celebrities. Like some people that you couldn't believe would be there is there to congratulate you and say, oh, well, I'm glad you guys do good work. You're not allowed to take pictures. They don't allow that. You're there to network with all the other content creators. So everybody's like, you put up in a hotel room, you think this is a great thing. Right. Then certain people in that crowd, they pick out to come back to the night. They're going to have an event at night. And they tell you, okay, well, we're having an event. You plus the other person you can't bring nobody else. They took them to a limo out to the house to another mansion that's way in the woods. It's another big mansion. They got the thing to lock their phone in the box. All your phones locked up. You go in there, people are all dressed up and they got on like masquerade masks. And there's celebrities in there too, people you would recognize. And I would name them here, but I don't want to get y'all in trouble. But
nah, you ain't gonna get us in trouble. This is a round table of truth, man.
Right.
You can say what you want on here. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We don't fear none of that. You know what I mean?
Ashton Kutcher was there. Ashton Kutcher was there. His new wife, I can't remember her name. The one he's married to now, she was there. There's a lot of other celebrities were there wearing masks. The mask is on their face, but you can tell who they are. And they're talking to you like regular people. And then they play this game. They say, oh, we're going to play a game. It's like you got to pick a card. And whatever the card says, like you got to pick it up and we're going to ask you a question. What's your religion? What do you believe in? And whatever you believe in, you're going to say, oh, okay, that's what you believe in. Okay, here's a card. Now I want you to just denounce it. Throw that stuff away like it don't exist. I want to see if you got the power to let it go.
Right.
And then they were like, what? So they was like, it's just a game. That's what they tell them. It's just a game. What do you believe in? And they were like, and then the other person said, I'm not doing it. And the other guy like, well, I'm going to do it. It's just a game. So he said his religion and said, I denounce it. They were like, okay, good. You can go in the room. They got a whole nother room full of food, everything. But you had to denounce it. And they were like going in the room. It's food, everything. And then the most they get over there and start having fun. And then it got turned into a wild, like Diddy style type party that they try to describe.
Right.
And man, it was all crazy from there. It was all crazy. And now all of those people, all of these people who got these deals, they went in those rooms and they did that. And the people that's there, that took those deals, who been in those places, who helped put these people and go find other young creators and bring them there.
Right.
Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Kai Cenat.
Good night.
That's how Kai Cenat got there.
Right.
Wow. Where he live now, in a big house with white people.
Right.
That ain't his. That's their house. And
If I could ask a question
in the basement, and he's supposed to be the most powerful, richest guy on the internet. Why you in their house?
Right.
You
Right.
work with them.
Brother got a question.
There's one quick question. So what's the deal with these handlers? Like, so what is the role of these handlers like that they be having around them that monitor? I think they say that they monitor them and make sure that they stay in line or whatnot and keep them like cut off from certain people in the world. Like, is that true? And how deadly does that get?
The handlers are the same ones you see in the Christian church, in the Catholic church, in one of those mega churches. They're there too. They're there to make sure everything goes down the way it's supposed to go down. You don't break protocol. So that's why they're there. They got them there. They're supply you with drugs. They're the ones to influence you to do the drugs. Hey man, let's go party. Let's turn up. Your job is to keep him right where you need him to be. Now, Kai Cenat one day might tell you what happened at that place with him, but there's a reason why he made it to where he was, because he was dirt poor and he needed it, and he came up and he did anything just to get the money. He had to get the bag. So maybe one day, I just say integrity over everything. You ain't gonna get money. All money ain't good money. No. All money ain't good money.
Hey, Ramawan, you got a question?
If I may, as far as like a lot of the stuff, I don't know if you know anything about this, but as far as what Cat Williams was saying, I know you was talking about Kai earlier, but he also had something to say about Kai saying that he was basically an implant into the business or whatever. Would you say that's true, or whatever?
Cat is one of the smartest people I've ever met. But one thing about Cat is that when he say things, he's like mostly it's his observation and some of the things he's seen, and some of the stuff is just part of his comic bit that he does, and everybody take everything he says literally now because of this Shannon Sharpe thing. So some of the stuff he's not 100% accurate on, but he's right.
Right.
So with him, a lot of the stuff he said, I was like, okay, that was right. That's what happened. And some of it is his theory. So what actually happened, and he'll add on what he think is going on else behind the scene, and he'll add that in with some comedy. But it's not necessarily normally true. But a lot of things he's saying, like it's a cabal, it's a system. But he was going through things because he wouldn't play ball either.
Right.
And he's mad at Kevin. Kevin Hart was, like he said, Kevin is a plant. Yes, they planted Kevin Hart there because you didn't want to do it. You couldn't travel because you had a visa problem. You couldn't go out of state, out of the country because you had some problem with your visa. So they just grabbed Kevin Hart instead of waiting on you to film the movie. So Kevin Hart was already there. And they was like, well, how did he get a TV show? I was like, Kevin Hart came down to Cali to audition for that show. They put him on because he one of the guys, he was in the stand-up guys just put him on. But Kevin thing is he blew up. Then he met the people and he got compromised. He agreed to do stuff he shouldn't have did. And he crossed his best friend, sacrificed him. About to send him down, knowing that man didn't set him up. That whole play was set up by Kevin Hart.
Wow.
Set up, that whole thing was to set up a whole comedy tour. It was staged to be an event that was going to set up this comedy tour and everything else. It got out of hand because the girl sued.
Right.
Because she wasn't in on it. And she went and got a lawyer and sued. And then there was a big backlash, and it wasn't a ha ha ha. It was like, oh, now he's about to lose sponsors and big money. Now he panicked and said, my buddy set me up. It was sabotage. And that man, the FBI came to his house. His wife almost had a heart attack, passed out. This is your best friend. And that man had to fight that for 2 years. And he's suing Kevin Hart right now as we speak.
Look, that just goes to show you, man. Listen, black people, man, we need to create our own Hollywood. That's right. And not get into their world. When you get into their world, you see what goes on. And you know what? We can do it. Like people, listen, people laugh all the time about Tubi. You know what I'm saying? But Tubi ran by a white dude, but it's movies that black people didn't direct it. And of course, it ain't like Hollywood. It don't have, you know what I'm saying, the cameras ain't as sharp and the acting ain't that good, you know what I'm saying? But one thing we have to learn is to have our own, you know what I'm saying, and to build our stuff up from the ground up. Instead of going to play in the NBA, all the ball players is black. Why they can't take their money and create our own NBA? Or we can't take our money and create our own NFL?
Right.
We can do it, but the problem is we don't believe in us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been in this place for far too long, and the self-hatred is so real.
Damn right.
It's so real. But man, we could create our own Hollywood, man. And our own story.
Hollywood was dead. And when they had the communists and the writing strike that happened way back in the 60s and 70s when the war was going on, and they was saying all the writers was communists and everybody was scared to make movies. Blacks they kept Hollywood alive. All the Black Caesar, Foxy Brown, Black Exploitation.
Black Exploitation. I'll be watching those movies to this day, man. Listen, them Black exploitation movies, man, some of the best movies out.
We stayed in Hollywood, and then we were supposed to have a piece of it, like they promised. And them boys weren't gonna give you that.
Hell no.
They ran them all out of Hollywood.
That was Mario Van Peebles making a lot of movies, right?
Yeah.
Melvin. Okay. Yeah, man. Listen, that's crazy, man. Well, listen, Casino, we're gonna pull this first story, man. Of course, you can chime in. You welcome to chime in, man. We about to get it on. You know what I'm saying? Lamar, what you got first on the list?
First up is an article. We're going to be going over Alfonso Ribeiro. He believes that because he married a white woman, that he will never be accepted by the black community.
Yeah, so this is a story that I guess supposed to be all over the internet, and he just totally upset about it. Let's get into it.
Come on. Alfonso Ribeiro says he's not accepted by black people. Black Twitter reminds him why.
Now this the cat, for people who don't know, the one that was doing the white man dance on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, right.
Carlton.
Yeah.
This is Carlton, you know what I'm saying, for those listeners out there. All right, keep going.
Come. Alfonso Ribeiro, better known as Carlton Banks, Will Smith's corny, geeky cousin in the television sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, decided to talk about being ostracized by the black community for having a white wife. Except Black Twitter reminded him that he was not on top of anybody's mind.
They were like, what in the hell made him like? What the heck made him even come and say something about this? Is the question. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Avalon.
Come on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Casino.
I was going to say, I met Alfonso Ribeiro, and it wasn't a very nice encounter. He was out here in Illinois with his wife, and he reminded us that he isn't black. So Alfonso Ribeiro, if you saying that you reminded us that you are from Trinidad, Tobago. You're a Dominican. That's what you said. I'm Dominican. I was like, oh, okay.
So now, go ahead.
Let's say that for the record, buddy. Remember that. You told me to my face in a Glenview grocery store when you was there with your wife. I don't even know what you was doing in Chicago at that time, but you was in Glenview, Illinois, at a gas station. I mean, at a grocery store, and you told me you're not black, you're Dominican.
Well, listen, the Dominicans, you know what I'm saying, according to the records, the Dominicans is niggas. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
So, but you do have a lot of Dominicans, you know what I'm saying, once again, that self-hatred, you know what I'm saying, that was pushed by the Catholic Church, you know what I'm saying, where we basically pretty much been taught to hate each other, you know what I'm saying? And when you taught to hate each other, you going to go get you a white woman. I mean, I don't know what black man, you know what I'm saying, believe in his heart that he should be accepted by the black community when you go get a woman of a people that have oppressed us for over 400 years.
Right.
Like you basically didn't gave up your goddamn soul. You see what I'm saying? Now listen, granted, man, yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen the tape. Big shout out to Captain Shock. You know what I'm saying? Ramawan played the tape at the beginning before we even came on, where Captain Shock cussed that sister the hell out. You know what I'm saying? But what people don't understand, when you see that type of footage, that's black love right there. Like that, what he was doing was giving our sisters the correction that they so desperately need. These sisters ain't getting no correction when they look girls. You know what I'm saying? They being taught that they beautiful and listen, only care about your beauty and your body. Meanwhile, you can grow up and be an idiot and be rude and be nasty. You see what I'm saying? But that ain't how a woman's supposed to be and conduct herself. So now when they grown women, we left to correct them. You see what I'm saying? But no matter how hard-headed that black woman is, my point is they still our sisters.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? We've been through hell. They've been through hell. And listen, it's our job to correct them matter how hard-headed they are. But we ain't. But the one thing no real black man gonna do is not go lay in the bed with Becky. Not gonna lay in the bed with a goddamn dog because you spiritually weak and then just gave up on your damn sisters and not be able to have the sympathy that you so desperately need towards these damn sisters.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So hell no, you ain't gonna be accepted. You shouldn't no black man be accepted by the black community when he go get him a goddamn white girl. You are a traitor. You understand? And the same thing with a sister. Like we were talking about Eve a few weeks ago. You didn't gave up your damn soul and went and got with the oppressor.
Right.
You understand?
So
go ahead, my guy.
And saying, for me personally, saying that about Alfonso, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Carcino was saying, you know, what's he doing in Chicago? Alfonso Ribeiro, he actually loves Chicago. Because you know, he came up in the 80s as a kid.
Okay.
He breakdancing. Back when breakdancing was big, I remember him as a kid.
Okay.
Because he was like before anybody really knew who he was, he was known for breakdancing. Like he was really like a celebrity breakdancing kid on TV. He was on shows, talk shows. You know, he had his own line of breakdancing instructional videotapes and books, and so, but he was always surrounded, you know what I'm saying, by Edomites. He was always surrounded by white people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Ever since he was a kid, like in Chicago, my parents and my little brother saw him in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Reese Hospital, because he was out there breakdancing. He was spinning on his head and broke his neck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they rushed him into the hospital. Everybody, Alfonso, you know what I mean? So
Right.
this brother's been famous since a child. He's a childhood star,
Mhm.
but we don't know him for his acting. He was known for being a breaker
Mhm.
when breakdance was big. So you can imagine the things that they did to the brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The stuff he's went through. And he pretty much, like, I look back at some of the footage, you know what I mean? I look back at him as a kid, and
Mhm.
if you really look around him, Cap, he's really surrounded by the enemy.
Yeah.
So he can't really, being a celebrity at the age of 10, 12, 13 years old, you know what I'm saying? And being
Uh-huh.
surrounded, he more than likely can't really identify.
Yeah,
You
that
know
and
what
that's
I
the
mean?
and
With
that's
us.
the worst thing in the world that can happen to you as a human being, where you can't identify with your own.
Yeah, come
You get my
on.
point? Like, racism works well for everybody, except us. Chinese, they can have their own country and be as racist as they want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? East Indians, the Arabs, the African, everybody can love their own, except you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Right.
You the one people that the rest of the earth is concerned about you loving each other. Why is that? Why that's what you got to question. I'm coming to you, Lacombe. The reason why is because we the Lord's chosen people.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And guess what? When we get past, you know what I'm saying, hating one another and get to loving each other, we're gonna rock the earth with it.
That's right.
And let me tell you something, racism is actually the wrong word. Being a separatist is the most healthiest thing that a human being can do. We're not racist, because when you say racism, people equate that with, you going to commit violence and the KKK. I ain't talking about white supremacy and white people's racism. White people's racism, they ain't just fine loving themselves. They also gotta inflict their pain and their punishment on us. What I'm talking about is being a separatist.
Right.
And here's the big shocker for those people who think they know God and think they know the Bible. God is a separatist,
That's
man.
right.
That's why he created different nations. So don't ask me to come about loving no white people. You see Alfonso loving white people, you see where he at now. He laying in the bed with a white girl and had kids about it. Now talking about why the black community won't accept it. You see what I'm saying? And you know why he doing that? Because instinctively he know at this point it's wrong. You understand? It's wrong. But even though you do, it's like doing something wrong, but ain't nobody ever confirmed the shit you doing is wrong.
Right.
You go in that Holy Bible, we can show you scripture after scripture where the Lord is against interracial dating.
Damn
Interracial dating is a damn sin.
That's right.
How a white woman gonna relate to you? You a black man. In what way she gonna relate to you and your problems? What y'all laying in the bed sitting and talk about when the news come up? I mean, right or wrong, Casino.
That's right. Shoot,
I mean-
that's the thing is that we're the only race they really push that on. And I fought against Hollywood because they were doing that. The only thing they would do in movies when they show black couples, they put them with a white woman. Every time. You never can see a movie with a black man, black woman, and they straight. The black man in there, he got to be the weakest guy ever, or he in the rainbow group, the homo group. They put
Right.
him in there. Every movie. And I'm like, the only black character in the movie, he was only on the screen for less than 5 minutes. Why did you have to make him gay?
Right.
You have no reason to be gay. I can see, okay, his gayness is gonna play a part in the script.
Yeah.
It meant something. It don't even mean anything. He could have been an executive. He's only in the movie for 3 minutes.
Right.
He got 2 lines and you want to make him gay.
That goes
Yeah.
Go ahead. Was you done, Casino?
Oh no, I was been saying the women they make the prostitute or the easy girl that got passed around and she can't live without a white man.
Mm-hmm.
See, they didn't back in the 80s and 70s, man, black women couldn't stand white men. They would look like, get away from me. But now they put them on TV and they show you this, and that's what the programming is. They show you the white guy and the girls now. They be, ooh, look at that white guy. He fine. I'll be like, what?
Yeah. They didn't totally robbed us of our soul. You know what I'm saying? Lacombe.
If I could,
Go
sir,
ahead, Priest.
what y'all saying is so heavy. because whenever we as a people start doing things like that, we start suffering from a mental illness called low self-esteem. And a lot of our people don't understand, whenever you actually intermarry with another race of people that oppressed your people, you actually hate yourself.
Damn right. Damn man, get a brother in hand. Listen, you gonna have low self-esteem if everything around you that's perceived as great is white. When you go to school, all we doing is learning about how great white people is. When you turn on the TV, it's about how great white people is. And the biggest identity theft of them all, you know where I'm going? Jesus Christ. Right. You know what I'm saying? Painting him to be white, to where black people in the 70s said they was black people was offended, you know what I'm saying, that people was talking about Jesus Christ being black. These black people talking about this, man. They go show you, you know what I'm saying, that you cannot bring two different races of people together to talk about a rainbow coalition. Right. Anybody that know the Bible, you supposed to know that the Lord was against the Tower of Babel when all nations came together. Right. He destroyed it, gave every nation their own land, you know what I'm saying, their own language and their own culture. Right. You understand? So black people, we got to do what? We got to have our own culture. That's you see what I'm saying? Even though we living in this land, man, we gotta, you know, dissect anything, all that white supremacy. They talking about joining together. Martin Luther King birthday coming Monday. We doing a special on that. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Yaradon for doing the groundwork on that. You know what I'm saying? A cat who they use to push integration. Right. Integration is the worst thing that happened to us. You get my point? Oh, yeah. So we got to turn back, man, to loving us. Once we love us, once we learn us, guess what we gonna do? We're gonna now say, well, you know what? Who are we? You know, we gotta accept we niggas, man. That listen, and ISUBK, that's why we say real nigga university. You understand? We ain't running from that. You see what I'm saying? So once you accept that, you start to love each other. You know what you're gonna do next? Well, what God we supposed to be serving? And you ever thought about the God we serving right now in Christianity? That's white people's God. Not only is it white people's God, the Bible wasn't written to Christians. Right. Y'all act like Moses was a Christian. The Apostle Paul, was he a Christian? Hell no, he wasn't a Christian. Right. Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, these cats was Israelites, man. That's right. Yeah. The Bible wasn't written to Christians. Right. Y'all, the Christians, they be acting like this they book. This book was written to Israelites, man. Right. And when you do the research on the Israelites, you're going to find out you niggas in America is the Israelites. Damn right. It's undeniable. It is. Like he said about the so-called Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? Israelites, man. So we got to get back to who we are. Damn, you know right. Any more on that? Come on with it.
Come on. Ribeiro, the current host of America's Funniest Home Videos, spoke exclusively with Atlanta Black Star about the stigma that came with playing such a popular character on an iconic show.
But even on the show, he played Uncle Tom. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? How he talk and how he move, and I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But he also said he feels that being married to a white woman places him in an uncomfortable position when he is out in public.
Yeah, because when you walk up the street with a white girl, everybody is looking at you. Right. The white boys, they want to take a rope and hang you from the nearest tree. Right. Look, I will love.
Man, Cap, when I got off the slave today, I was walking towards the train. I seen a brother with a white woman. Mm-hmm. Man, he must have looked at me. He just, you seen the shame in his face.
I see it all the time, man. I'm in the restaurant, a cat walking there with a white girl. He looking at me, I'm looking at him. He looking at me like, oh, what is wrong? Nigga, you wouldn't have got the white girl. You know I'm gonna look at you crazy. Here's what you better hope. You better hope Captain Shapard. Captain Shapard Casino is one of our captains from Philadelphia. In Philadelphia. Man, that brother, listen, he got a hatred for interracial dating. I believe this nigga is what's the brother that came against the interracial dating in the script? Nehemiah. I believe he Nehemiah in the reincarnation. Okay, because he got a hatred for it. But you know what though? It's a healthy hatred, man. And once again, it starts back with how you raise your children. Man.
Right.
You raise your daughters, you tell them, man, it's nothing wrong with telling your daughters you getting with a black man.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with telling your sons you getting with a black woman.
That's
when
right.
I came up, my mother and my grandmother, they told me straight up, you better not bring no blue-eyed blonde devil to this dinner table. That ain't gonna happen.
I'm right.
So,
But you see one thing though. Every race that you see, like the Chinese, they got Buddha. Every god that they have look like them or resemble what they believe. So everybody has their own god that look like them that they empowered by. So they feel like we have our identity, our history, our knowledge. This is ours. They got Krishna, the Indians. They have their tradition and history. When we come to us, why are we being forced? Worship a God that don't look nothing like us.
Right.
Why are we being forced to push that on our kids?
Real talk. Right. You understand? Ramawan? You got it.
That, especially, growing up in Chicago, my grandmother had, Harold Washington, Martin Luther King, and she had the blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus hanging up on the wall. This since I was a little kid. That's the way my grandmother had it. You know what I'm saying? Now this is to show you how confused as black people we are. That your grandmother wouldn't let you bring a white woman to your house, but she'll hang up white Jesus in the front room on a wall, right next to the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? It just shows the confusion that our people has had for so many years, that even as a grandmother or as a mother or whatever, we talk about Alfonso, you know what I'm saying? He was destroyed on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They used him as an example of why black people should get white women, or why we should like it's not unusual, whatever the guy name is. I don't listen to the man, but they used him to show us that they had Will Smith, who was supposed to be the brother from Philly. They had this other lame, smart guy who they wanted you to, you could also be him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it just show you like America tries to destroy y'all people and they do it right in your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot.
Ain't no sweat. All right, well, what we got?
And that show was made as the true story of a closeted man who's the manager of Jennifer Lopez and was the manager of Will Smith, Benny Medina. Not a executive producer of the show. That was his life. He came from there and they brought him there.
I never knew that.
They made Will Smith audition in the living room of Quincy Jones' house.
Oh, good night.
Y'all know about Quincy Jones.
That's that 6 degrees of separation right there.
Quincy Jones had you audition. You already know what's going on that night. I'd have walked in the audition as soon as I seen Quincy. I'd be like, man, you know what, man? I left something at the house. You know what I'm saying? Is there any way I can be back in 15 minutes? Right. Got the hell up out of there.
They talk about Diddy party. They talk about the
Quincy Jones party. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that, Aquilon?
Come on, Con.
Go ahead, Doc.
And he sees the looks he receives combined with being typecast as Carlton Banks and being in a mixed marriage. He said, makes him makes him feel like black people will never accept him.
He hurt. Anytime you hear a brother talking like that, he hurt. He getting them looks. He like, damn, I done jammed myself all the way up. I'm sitting up laying here with this white bra, man. You understand? My father's eye.
You know who that happened to?
Go ahead.
Nick Cannon.
Oh.
Nick Cannon, they gave him, he got, when I told you Kel said no, Nick said yes. That's how he got the record deal. Next thing you know, he was a gigolo. Kel had he was the rapper. He had the music video out on Universal Records, everything. His rap group was supposed to sign with Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was he was the president of Elektra Records at the time. And Busta had brought them in gave him a contract, $500,000 on the contract, and he wanted $1 million for a signing bonus. And they were going back and forth. He's like, I'm taking the risk just based on your Nickelodeon appeal is gonna sell this much. Nobody really respects you as a rapper.
Right.
But they already had success because they got B2K who was in there with them. He got on the song with the B2K and they was trying to make that deal happen. And when he didn't do those movies and he didn't play the roles that Hollywood wanted him to play, they iced him all out. No record deal, no movies. You're gonna have to be out. You out the way. Nick Cannon. Hey, Nick, do you want to do this? Yeah, I'll do it. Now Nick got on because when they brought Nick on the show, Kel was the one who was like, "Oh, come on, man!" Like, because he was the superstar. Nick was a nobody.
Right.
On there, he was like, "Come on, no, this is my boy Nick, man. Y'all gotta show Nick some love. Come on, man. Nick, he funny. Like, y'all give him a chance. This is my boy." So Kel was giving him that because he had his own show. He was doing 2 shows. He had the own Kenan and Kel show, and he had the all that. So Nick had just came on, and then he was living in his car. Nick Cannon was sleeping in his car. So on the show, they was like, "Dog, you living in your car?" So Kenan said, "I got a 2-bedroom apartment. You can live in my house, and you can take one of the other rooms." And he was like, "You will do that for me? You barely know me." He's like, "Yeah, I got you." So Nick always went back and took care of Kenan. When he got Kenan Fat Albert. Because Nick, when Nick grew up, he got Kenan that role for Fat Albert. And got him with Bill Cosby. So he never forgot that. But I know Kenan. Kenan is not what everybody think. I like that boy is so sneaky. You don't even see it because he a big dude. He know all the girls like Nick. He was like, Nick gonna be bringing the girls to my house. Now, I can get one of these women, but they start giving Nick everything. R. Kelly said, he was like, man, R. Kelly was on the thing. He was like, oh, I can get on the song with him. He's like, we got R. Kelly for him. Nick Cannon's hot. We're gonna put him on the video. We got a movie for you, Nick. You want to do this? Yeah. He agreed to it all. Then they put him with Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey was put with Nick Cannon to revive her career.
Wow.
Man,
good night. It's crazy. Yeah, I can see that.
And she would tell him every day, I don't need you. I can leave you and get with any billionaire. She demasculated him the entire time they were married.
Damn, that's crazy. I can see that. Understand about the Zon?
Yeah, I just wanted to, touch on the fact that we didn't touch on today, you know what I'm saying, with the, brother Alfonso. Now, he, he posting all this now about how blacks gonna feel about him now. You know what I'm saying? One thing we didn't bring out was, it's his spirit that's convicted him.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He and one other thing, he didn't heard the word nigga behind closed doors off the cameras.
Yeah, you already know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a heavy point. You know what I'm saying?
When the cave woman get mad at him, I'm sure she called him all kinds of niggas and spirit chuckers.
Man, listen, and listen, to think about, like you say, his spirit was convicted, but think about how much you have to, demean yourself, you know what I'm saying, to be in, with a person of a different race,
right,
or her family, or her interaction. We got to move on though. What we got next?
Move onward.
Yeah, move. What's the next joint?
Come on, next up we have that photo of Jada Pinkett Smith.
Please,
that you posted earlier today.
Please, let's see that.
Oh God.
Man, I bet you can't see those guys.
I got some.
We had to get off.
I can play you audio from. I can play you audio from Jada Pinkett herself.
From Bill and Ted.
Can you see that?
I can't see it.
Good night. Hold up 1 second.
Good. Okay.
Oh my God.
Can you see that, brother?
Oh yeah, that's her.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
So that's her, the wicked witch she is.
This is a recent photo that they put up of this sister, man. And brother, you know what I'm saying? Listen.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, in her own book.
Go ahead.
In her own words, her best friend, who she was with, brought from where she came out to Hollywood. Her best friend, she got into the Hollywood life and went out of control. See, she was somebody who was quiet, wasn't into anything. Jada got her involved in that lifestyle, and she got out of control with it. And she was just like hysterical, out of her mind. And she was like, oh my God. And she went back home. She's like, well, I want her to go home. She's like, no, I want to stay out here in Hollywood. Jada Pinkett took her home. She jumped off a balcony and killed herself.
Damn, man, listen.
So,
You look
and when she found the news out, Will Smith found out first and told her. And then they started making love.
Good.
That was the most passionate thing she ever did. Because they was afraid of what that woman was going to say when she went back. Because she was radical. She seen too much. And then she was all in there. She was just uncontrollable. So they knew. So when she died, Will was like, they were relieved. And she was like, I can't even understand it. In my time of grief, I just wanted to it's like ravage. She like, that was the most savage thing. And this is in her own words.
Right.
Damn.
It's on the audio book. I'm like, do she know what she actually said?
Man, listen, this is the head. When you look in this picture, I mean, this is got about 1,900 different demons going through her head. It's crazy how we kicked off the show, you know what I'm saying, with you bringing up, all the corruption and wickedness that go on in Hollywood. And then how you just was talking about it now, like this is the result, you know what I'm saying, of being in Hollywood right here. Do you see this sister, the Bob Ma? I mean, this sister is gone now. You understand? Like this is what entanglement to get you. Remember the entanglement? I'm entangled.
Yeah.
You understand?
But the reflection is the children. Look at the
Real
children.
talk.
They
Real
children are messed up and as confused as ever. Because your marriage was built on lies and shame. All of it was. It wasn't built on God. There was no foundation of God. Will was destroyed.
Real talk.
Yeah, all of it. They were living a lie. They turned Will into a gay man, and
Real
that's why
talk.
that's what he was trying to tell people when he was preparing for that role of 6 degrees of separation. He was married. He was newly married to his wife because she had just gave birth to Trey. So he had just got married. He's doing this movie and he's preparing for the role, and he's so psyched up because they was like, "This is a big role for you." And he was all getting himself all psyched up to play this role and trying to learn. He's watching film about gay people, watching them make love and all that stuff. And he's like, I got so in character, I start thinking I was gay. I fell in love with my character, the actor who I'm supposed to be acting with. He's like, I'm so much in the role, I fell in love with him. So when the movie was over, I had to detox, and I didn't know how to detox. So it was taking it. And when I kind of bring that home with my wife, I don't want to touch her. I don't want to kiss her. I was just, he's like, I was just all messed up. So so that's how they psychologically was programming him to get on that level and get on that time.
Anybody, go ahead, my
If I could, Kev, I'm 100 hands. I done had 1,000 jobs in my lifetime.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? At one point, I was trying to get into that world when I was back in the world when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Made for TV movies, extras on motion pictures, live theater. I did all that. You know what I'm saying? And the director of my theater group, he was working with Will Smith on trying to get his play produced back when Tyler Perry was first going. And he was working with Will Smith to try to get his play produced into a major motion picture.
Right.
And he told me back in the days, and I didn't believe him. I thought it was just crazy talk. You know what I mean? Because he told me back in the days, he said, listen, he said, I've hung around Will and Jada. He said, I've been to their house. He said, I've hung with them. He said, I'm going to tell you this. Their marriage is a sham. He said, their marriage is a sham. And he said, I'm going to tell you this. They're going to have kids and all that because it's convenient for the public. And they've been instructed to do this. But he told me, he said, Will Smith is a gay man. And he said, Jada is a bisexual woman. You know what I mean? He said,
even the fact that he walked up there and smacked
what's the cat name?
Chris Rock. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Who in the hell, you know what I'm saying, smack somebody? You know what I'm saying? I don't know no masculine man, you know what I'm saying, that get offended and normally you throw a punch, you know what I'm saying, not no open hand smack, you know what I mean? So, but go ahead, dog.
Well, you know, he said that Will was gay, that Jada was bisexual, that they were swingers,
Mm-hmm.
and that Jada was promiscuous, basically, on their marriage, that she slept with other men. That's how they kept, that was an arrangement that they had in their marriage, where she was allowed to go and sleep with other men at her discretion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
and now, look at all these, here it is, I'm not going 15 years later.
Right.
And now we know these things about Will and Jada. Except it's not come out. Jada basically was exposing Will about a year or two ago, insinuating that the brother was living an alternative lifestyle. She never came out and flatly said it, but she insinuated that Will was.
I told people what happened back, and then when all the controversy started coming out public, then everybody was like, "Man, they went and found my video," and it's like, "You was right." He's like, "I saw that. I thought she was cat." I was like, "Dude, why would I grab those people like?" Will and Jada, Jennifer Lopez, and Mark yeah, her husband. They all owned a piece of the Miami Dolphins, so they were all together always. So Mark Anthony, who's a drug head, he was another rebound for Jennifer Lopez. She always go grab a tender man that she could dominate because she's a swinger, and Bill, Ben Affleck and all those guys, they were all soft, and that's how they were weak men, and that's what they want, docile men, so they can control. All the men they dated. I was like, look at the line they dated. And Jada, she's been a swinger. In her own book, she admits to being part lesbian at one point, but she's like, but I prefer men. She was just hoeing. MC Lyte and her were dating. And she pretty much admitted to all of that in the book. That her and MC Lyte was getting it on. Queen Latifah, all of them. And then they put out a movie supposed to be for black women, but it's all of them, all the people she used to sleep with in the damn movie.
Good night.
That is insane. That Hollywood world, man. Listen, that Hollywood world is not worth it. You understand? All the money and fame and all of that, it just ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? The bar mouth.
And look, there's a testimony right now how the Lord don't mess with Hollywood because the sign damn near burnt to crisp. All they houses is burnt up. That ain't by coincidence. You know what I mean? Like the Lord he ain't fucking with us. You're my friend.
Is the fire still burning?
Nah, I
still
believe so. And they just had some strong winds. They keep having strong winds, and you know the wind come from where they come from.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, so I just wanted to bring that out. You can hide it for so long, but at the end of the day, the Lord gonna burn your whole house down.
That's heavy. Hey, Casino, real quick, man. We normally take a 5-minute break, man. We're gonna play a song or two, and then we're gonna come right back and finish up some more stories if that's if that's good with you, brother.
That's good with me.
All right, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Israel, we're gonna come right back on the roundtable. Truth to Bama.
If I can make a suggestion,
go ahead.
Can we play this clip real quick during the break? It's
whatever y'all want.
So it's that Barack Obama biopic, right?
Man, get down.
Get
down. We be right back on the roundtable of Truth, Israel. Don't go nowhere.
To God across the globe.
Hey, I ain't no devil. This is not the words of Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, cave bitch. Yes, you are a cave bitch. Do you know what Jesus Christ called the white woman in the Bible? The female dog. And what is a female dog? Don't be afraid to say it, brother. That's right. A bitch. That's what Jesus Christ called you in the Bible.
How come you're using the King James Bible?
What?
Why that addition? I thought King James was a white devil.
It's King James right here. Take a good look. He looks like Billy D. Williams, if you ask me.
If you say so, brother.
Now you might ask, how did the lost tribe of Israel become lost? Two children of God across the globe. Read.
Hey, I ain't no devil. This is not the words of Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, cave bitch. Yes, you are a cave bitch. Do you know what Jesus Christ called the white woman in the Bible? The female dog. And what is a female dog? Don't be afraid to say it, brother. That's right. A bitch. That's what Jesus Christ called you in the Bible.
How come you're using the King James Bible?
What?
Why that edition? I thought King James was a white devil.
This is King James right here. Take a good look. He looks like Billy D. Williams, if you ask me.
If you say so, brother.
Now you might ask, how did the lost tribe of Israel become lost? Two children of God across the globe. Read.
Hey, I ain't no devil. This is not the words of Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, cave bitch. Yes, you are a cave bitch. Do you know what Jesus Christ called the white woman in the Bible? The female dog. And what is a female dog? Don't be afraid to say it, brother. That's right. A bitch. That's what Jesus Christ called you in the Bible.
How come you're using the King James Bible?
What?
Why that edition? I thought King James was a white devil.
This is King James right here. Take a good look. He looks like Billy D. Williams, if you ask me.
If you say so, brother.
Now you might ask, how did the lost tribe of Israel become lost? Two children of God across the globe. Read.
Hey, I ain't no devil. This is not the words of Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, cave bitch. Yes, you are a cave bitch. Do you know what Jesus Christ called the white woman in the Bible? The female dog. And what is a female dog? Don't be afraid to say it, brother. That's right. A bitch. That's what Jesus Christ called you in the Bible.
How come you're using the King James Bible?
What?
Why that edition? I thought King James was a white devil.
This is King James right here. Take a good look. He looks like Billy D. Williams, if you ask me.
If you say so, brother.
Now you might ask, how did the lost tribe of Israel become lost? Two children of God across the globe. Read.
Hey, I ain't no devil. This is not the words of Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, cave bitch. Yes, you are a cave bitch. Do you know what Jesus Christ called the white woman in the Bible? The female dog. And what is a female dog? Don't be afraid to say it, brother. That's right. A bitch. That's what Jesus Christ called you in the Bible.
How come you're using the King James Bible?
What?
Why that edition? I thought King James was a white devil.
This is King James right here. Take a good look. He looks like Billy D. Williams, if you ask me.
If you say so, brother.
Now you might ask, how did the lost tribe of Israel become lost? Two children of God across the globe. Read.
Hey, I ain't no devil. This is not the words of Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, cave bitch. Yes, you are a cave bitch. Do you know what Jesus Christ called the white woman in the Bible? The female dog. And what is a female dog? Don't be afraid to say it, brother. That's right. A bitch. That's what Jesus Christ called you in the Bible.
How come you're using the King James Bible?
What?
Why that edition? I thought King James was a white devil.
This is King James right here. Take a good look. He looks like Billy D. Williams, if you ask me.
If you say so, brother.
Now you might ask, how did the lost tribe of Israel become lost? New children of God across the globe.
I'm saying live, listen, live in effect, in your face. You know what I'm saying? And for you, it's powerful that they put that in the movie because, of course, when you think about Israelites teaching on the street in that manner, you know what I'm saying, it ain't but one place, you know what I'm saying, that you can pinpoint where that started at, and that is the ISUPK.
That's right.
And that's why we tell you, baby, we are the home of the truth.
That's
you see
right.
what I'm saying? Lord commissioned us. Big again, the video Captain Shock did on the street corner, you know what I'm saying? When you first see it and look at it, it seemed like the most outrageous thing you ever seen in your life. But you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you better start listening to what brothers what is saying on that street corner.
Right.
What we saying on that street corner is what you're gonna need to survive in these last days.
That's
Once
right.
again, Hitler about to get in the White House in a couple of days.
Yeah, come.
You know what I'm saying? And trust me when I tell you, the minute he get inaugurated, you gonna get a taste of white supremacy like something you cannot believe. You already been getting a taste.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they gonna feel more, you know what I'm saying, inclined, you know what I'm saying, to push their racism out there. And so this is why we need each other more than ever, man.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Casino, you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Most time Christ.
Go ahead, my y'all.
Hey, I was gonna say, Cap, that you know what? I never saw that movie. I only saw that clip because of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And the funny thing about that clip, they tried to put it in a movie to make it seem like something detestable.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
undigestible.
Mhm.
Like, look at these radical niggas on the corner going against our future president. Look how dignified and honorable he was.
Right.
But what they failed to do in that clip was make it that way, because really Obama got cut.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They tried to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, something that is not. He said, well, isn't King James a white man? And he said, here's a picture of King James.
Mhm.
And he showed the historic photo of King James.
Yeah.
And he said, King James a black man. He looked like Billy D. Williams to me.
Yeah.
And all he could say was, all right, brother. But everything that brother said, the fact that Christ called that the Phoenician woman, that white woman, a dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And King James is black. Everything that brother said in that video with them trying to mock us
Yeah.
was actually the truth.
Yeah, to get a brother a hand, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm coming to you, brothers. Black men been so demonized that a lot of people, when they come out there, they ain't even listening to nothing that you're saying. It's really like Charlie Brown, you know what I'm saying? They sitting there and they looking, they trying to figure out why is these niggas and these Hispanics standing on this corner talking on this mic.
Right.
They don't even give a damn about nothing that you saying. You see what I'm saying? But what we saying, once again, this is the word of the Lord. This is, if you understand the Bible, this is a tradition that have been done for thousands of years.
Right.
And all we doing is carrying on our tradition. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the Israelites, we're a group of brothers that have decided to take back our culture.
That's right.
Take American. You heard all the information Casino been bringing out tonight about Hollywood and the politicians and all that. It's a nasty, disgusting world. That ain't a world that we supposed to be a part of.
At all.
The reason why we here in America and been here for 400 something plus years is to serve our servitude from disobeying the Most High. It's like if you commit a crime and you get sentenced to 50 years for your crime, you got to serve all 50 years. Well, listen, we disobeyed the Most High, serve other gods, join these other nations, and the Lord said, you know what? I'm gonna throw you behind in slavery.
Right.
And he threw us in slavery. We lost our identity, lost our culture, children raped, wives raped, men raped, and we've been here stuck in America in hell for over 400 some years and don't know how to get out of it. That's why you need a prophet of the Lord, because why? We are the guideline to show you how to get the hell out of America.
That's right.
You understand? Like, the way that you get out of this place is by turning back to your God, the nigga God, the one God that you don't want to turn to. You know what I'm saying? The Christ that everybody hate, he was hated. Jesus Christ was hated because he was a nigga who was a revolutionary against the Roman Empire.
That's right.
You understand? What
right.
you don't understand, what you see us doing on the street corners is what Christ did.
That's
It's
right.
what Paul did. And everybody talking about in the Christian church, oh, the Apostle Paul. You so in love with the Apostle Paul. Meanwhile, Apostle Paul did what we doing.
That's
You
right.
understand? All the prophets did what we doing. You know what I'm saying? But you hate us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We read the Bible and found out that you always hated the goddamn prophets, man.
That's right.
So us speaking the truth, we might as well come speak it, because listen, we ain't been speaking. Look at the condition that we in.
Right.
So what are we gonna lose as black and Hispanic men from speaking the truth? What we gonna lose?
Right.
We already, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom anyway. So what in the fuck do we care about speaking the goddamn truth?
Right.
That's right.
We don't care. Salaka, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Excuse my language as well.
And the big reason, you know what I'm saying, that not that we like that, not we, the ISUPK, but the people who come up against us when we teaching is because they already accepted their history according to what white America taught them.
Damn right.
So
That's
what?
right.
So when ISUPK come out here and speak, they looking at us like we a bunch of damn fools.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The scripture speaks on that. It tells us we are fools for Christ.
Damn right.
But we not
Damn
fools.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But we not fools according to our knowledge.
Right.
We are fools for Christ by how the world looks at us.
Damn right. They act like we want to be out there. You know what I'm saying? With spit being spit at us. People say, go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. We on a Saturday, you know, we could be enjoying ourselves with any goddamn body. Right. Meanwhile, we out there opening up the Bible and trying to teach our people morality, and we hate it for it. Hate it for it. You understand? You want to say something else?
Just real quick,
Go
sir,
ahead,
if I could. I just wanted to just bring out, like, if we was out there entertaining, that it'd be totally fine. If we was on the mic and we was rapping and entertaining everybody.
Oh, you have a big crowd.
Yeah. We see it with the breakdancers. They be right across the street breakdancing, and they have a whole big crowd and everybody out there enjoying what they doing.
What them breakdancers don't know, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? How many days I done fight demons about going down there and kicking that goddamn speaker over. And just me and the brothers whooping their ass. Now, I did not do that because I'm a brother first, but they do not know. Yeah. DA?
Yeah, concert, like the movie, to me, when I first saw it, of course, you know, that resonated with us because this is us.
Damn right.
This is what we do. So not only does it make me know that America recognizes what we do, but it also let me know how much of a threat we are to America for them to put this in. You know what I'm saying? For them to put this in the movie, and to try to, you know, send a narrative out there. But really what they did was they really made people more aware of what we were doing.
That's right.
And so in their mind, excuse me, they got to relive the same thing Christ and them was doing back in the days. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Which is a threat to them because remember, they know the history.
That's right.
And that's exactly how Rome fell. So I just want everybody to know who see this clip. That's what you should be seeing on TV for black men. Right. You want to ask for more of this. You don't want to see Will Smith kissing a man, having sex with a man. Right. You don't want to see. You want to see more men like this brother Carsino getting out there. And here's what I want to tell you, Carsino. But you got brothers who think just like you've been doing this, just like you've been on the grind, just like you, and you got somewhere where home really is. Like you ain't fit in Hollywood. Hollywood wasn't for you. It's like school UPK, I guarantee you, brother. You'll be home here. Yeah, man.
Damn right.
One of the first things we're going to do, we're going to invite the brother to the school. We're going to have the sisters cook some good food for him. Right. You know what I'm saying? And any other thing that he needs, you know what I'm saying? We're going to graft him right on in. No, what's next? What we got?
Come on, next up, we have a video. It's Pastor Dr. R.A. talking about your pastor didn't rape you. You picked him. You picked your rapist. So the one thing I got to say right now, this disclaimer, is that they actually took the original video of this down.
Okay.
So we're listening. We're Captain Cesario, you know how great he is.
Big shout out to Captain Cesario. You understand?
he already made a pre-record. He already recorded the video and then he spoke over it. So we're gonna be listening to the video with him speaking over it. We're talking about it because it's the only way we can get this specific footage. Yeah,
let's get it on.
That's right.
He didn't rape you, you picked him. Yeah, to those that have dealt with rape or anything or incest, oh my God, my heart goes out to you. But so many, they'll admit, who I slept with, I chose to.
He didn't rape you, you picked him. Those are not my words. Those are some of the most horrific words I think any victim of such a horrific act should ever hear. But yet, Pastor Dr. R.A. Vernon felt the need to say that in his church sermon in a fashion where you're supposed to forgive him because it's partly your fault because you picked him. I need somebody to help me understand this. Like, this is a real question. Who has ever picked their rapist? Who has ever picked their molester? Can someone break that down for me? I mean, maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm a little lost. Please let me know in the comments section how this makes sense, what this pastor said. Please.
Damn. I would love Con, sir. Just from hearing the brother say that, that sounds like it's coming from a place within him. Like, you know what I mean? That's coming from a rapist themselves. Saying that you chose your rapist. That's a self-confession.
Right. About desire.
Connor Wakan. So you know what I'm saying. This just the. I'm not surprised that this is the spirit of Christianity.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying. This is exactly what they teach. For somebody to be raped and they not the victim, you the problem, you the reason this happened. That's Christianity.
You picked them.
Yeah.
So don't be mad about who you picked. Hold on 1 second, DA. Y'all done?
If I could, sir, this cat, I actually found the video of this cat apologizing for what he said, and this cat was just like, you know what I'm saying, he apologizes for, you know what I'm saying, not picking the right words to say, and he picked the wrong words to say to elaborate on it.
He's saying that he got the backlash, and so now he got to come back and say what he needs to say. Go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not apologizing for like he's not explaining the reason why you would say why you would allow something like that to come out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do more than just apologize for what you said. You got to say, okay, this is what I really meant. You know what I'm saying about what I said.
Out the bar mouth.
Hey, look, I'm gonna ask my man Carsino.
Go ahead.
Hey, Carsino, when you had, you know, mistaken. Hey, when you walked into one of them rooms, man, you saw them Hollywood hands. He got the same Hollywood hands, don't he?
I didn't go in them rooms. I stayed right in that walkway by the door. I stood right there. I'll be right here when y'all get back.
Hey, look, if his victim had paint on him, and he called red-handed, because I mean, at the end of the day, if it was paint on the bottom, on the palm of his hands, he threw him up like he was guilty, and that's a sign of guilt. Like, so if you know the language of the human body, language is also, I mean,
body language.
Body language is the loudest language you can speak.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you get caught doing something, like, let's say, you know, you're a kid, you know, somebody tell you, hey man, I saw you, you know, you glittered right there on the ground. I ain't litter. You know what I'm saying? Or when hey, who's stealing over here? I ain't stealing. You throwing your hands up. I ain't stealing. That's a confession. Those hands are a confession. He confessing right here. He is the rapist.
Yeah, right.
You understand? That's the crazy thing about it.
Right. Yeah, I'm coming to you, Lacombe.
Oh no, so like you said, I was gonna say, you know, he said that they chose his rapist, and you saw a video of him trying to apologize. Well, he chose his words.
Damn right.
He chose that sermon.
That's right.
He chose to insult sisters who were victimized in the most horrible and debilitating fashion of a thing that you can do to a woman.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And like Mapatas, I said, that's the Christian church.
Damn right.
The Christian church is not here to heal brothers and sisters. It's here to destroy brothers and sisters internally with a fake spirituality that will never do anything for you, but lead you into a form of Satanism that'll make you the highest in every statistic that is bad inside of this country, sir.
Real talk. You know, you want to chime in on this?
Almost every Christian church I've seen, the pastor or the deacon or the choir boy, they were all involved in something shady. I mean, I've seen a church have a church trip to Vegas to go gamble. I'm like, that's weird.
Right.
But yeah, they in there splitting up couples, relationships. One of my girlfriends who I used to date before she passed away, she didn't tell me at the time that her pastor at her church was touching her and doing this thing. I didn't really find out till almost like right before she died.
Dang.
But yeah, he lost that. But I never wanted to go to that guy's church. He had the church at a hotel, and it was all women. He driven out all the men. Most men left their home because they said it's either me or that preacher. But he was turning the women against their husbands.
Damn right. Man, that's a heavy point right there. You come?
Sir. If I could, what everybody's saying is so heavy. Growing up, I used to actually be in one of the biggest underground Christian churches in the world. And so big that the Christian pastor herself, before she passed, she was the piano player and the Sunday school teacher of Jim Jones. And so
Jim Jones,
kind of the one concert, drank the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Kind of the one concert.
Damn.
And growing up in that environment, I became that nigga in the church. Okay. And so I got to see a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually it started, the more I saw, the more it started to leave a real sour taste in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of cover-ups. You would see pastors after they abuse a child, the person that's over it, all they would do is pay the family off.
Well, we talked about that last week, how the Catholic Church, these Catholic churches in Chicago, probably everywhere all across the country, they pretty much pay the settlement. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, the victim, you know what I'm saying, is destroyed. Hey, y'all got to cut that noise down over there. It's way too much noise. You understand? The victim is destroyed, but meanwhile, all they got to do is just, you know what I'm saying, pay a settlement on, and they get right back up there and teach. It is the most demonic thing, you know what I'm saying. Once again, we don't understand this kingdom right here. America is ran by Satan now. And you want to know what make a preacher get up there and say what he said right there? Who in the hell you think he being taught by? Like the religion that we following come from white people. That's right. I don't give a damn what denomination it is. Baptist, Episcopalians, give me another one. Methodist, all these. If you look up these different religions, they was all started by some white man. You know what I'm saying? So if you learn about God, just picture this. You learning about God from Satan. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the white man, make no mistake, you know what I'm saying? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. You understand? So if you learn, I'm coming to you, Lamar. If you learn the Bible from the white man, what in the hell you think gonna happen to the black Christian church? Right. Like white people, when you go do the history on these people, man, the Greeks, the Romans, these people were diabolical. Homosexuality and sleeping with animals is second nature to these people. Right. So now we take on their religion, take on their spirit, and now we acting like white people, and we surprised at what the fuck these preachers is saying. Right. Once again, excuse my language, but I'm extra frustrated because it's a lot of, you heard him talking about they choosing the rapist. You know what I'm saying? And really nobody chooses if a person rape you.
it's normally because you're defenseless.
Right.
So who do rape normally happen to? Women. Why? Because they the weaker ones. They the weaker vessels. So some man rape them. Who else it happened to? You know where we going? Children.
Right.
You understand? Not just little girls, little boys. Why you think, you see all these teenage boys in every city you go to, Atlanta, Chicago, it don't matter. Every damn near 90% of them is homosexuals. You understand? Why you think that is? Because of this demon that come out of the Christian church.
That's right.
You understand?
Come on, Con. The big up on what you were saying is like these people, these Christian pastors or whatever the case may be, they're the ones doing all this SAing to our children. You feel my point? But they're the pastors, they're the choir teachers or whatever the case would be inside the church.
Yeah.
So this child or this person with a younger mind that doesn't understand really what's happening,
right?
They think, well, when I'm getting touched like that from a man that claims he's the word of God, then this has to be the right thing to do.
That's right.
Damn right.
So throughout their years of 7-year-olds to 14-year-old being touched by their pastor or they, Christian church members, they're like, well, this has to be of God.
Damn right.
So then when they become of age, then they're gonna start doing it to their kids and so forth and so such. And it just shows you the poison of the Christian church.
Damn right.
Like when you have leaders or whatever the case may be that do these vile acts, it's just going to get passed down and they're going to think this is the way you're supposed to live.
Damn
this
right.
is the way people operate.
Damn right.
Especially if they are men of God.
Real talk.
You feel my point?
And then they become so evil that when they hear us, say that homosexuality is wrong,
right,
or that the white man is the devil, they think we the evilest people that they ever ran into for trying to teach them what's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And this got to stop. You know what I'm saying? What's next? We got to move on. What's next on the list?
Next up, actually, so we're gonna flip the script a little bit.
Go ahead.
We're gonna go to a video of a brother that was shot in the woods, and the police showed up, saw him over here struggling and dying, and the police said, "Know what? Let's circle the entire park. We'll come back to this guy."
Let's check it out.
Just go to show how much these so-called white people really love black people.
Video obtained by First Alert 4 Investigate shows the moments two former St. Louis cops walked away from a man they'd found in Forest Park. He was shot in the head, but still alive. The officers never tried to help, call for backup, or make sure that other people were safe. Complaints filed against them by the Attorney General's office, calling what they did an act of vileness and depravity. It's a case that we first told you back in November. Now, our chief investigative reporter, Lauren Traeger, is showing us the video tonight that's never been seen publicly, and we do want to warn you, some of what you may see and hear may be disturbing.
5 seconds is the time it takes for two officers to find what they've been called to look for.
Damn, he right there. Somebody right there. Swear to God. No, he ain't dead. He alive.
September 10th, 2023, still sunny in Forest Park at 6:20 p.m. A man lying on the ground, shot, but still breathing.
He shoot himself in the head? I don't know.
That's now former SLMPD officer Austin Frazier. He is not wearing a camera. It's his partner, Ty Warrens, that is rolling. Together, they make a decision.
We better take this motherfucker down. We ain't taking this shit. I ain't taking 30 minutes. Let's cruise around and come back.
A minute and 10 seconds on scene, changing lives forever.
Good night.
Laughing as they walk away from a person and the public who needed them to protect and serve.
Disgusting. Really disgusting.
Former St. Louis County Chief Tim Fitch, now a police consultant, had been appalled when we'd first shown him disciplinary complaint documents filed by Missouri's Attorney General, which accuse Warren and Frazier of what the state calls a, quote, reckless disregard for the safety of the public and another person. And now we've shown Fitch the officer's body camera videos obtained through a public records request.
Certainly, it's even more disturbing just watching the video.
St. Louis police had been called to Forest Park after a call from a person who said they were going to take their own life. Later learning it was 29-year-old Urayuan Rodriguez Rivera. Disciplinary complaint documents say Frazier and Warren arrived on scene and located the man lying under a tree, shot in the head. Neither attempted to render any assistance, neither requested medical assistance, and neither, complaint documents say, attempted to locate a firearm.
Let's cruise around and come back.
Instead, they simply leave, and Warren turns off his camera. But about 10 minutes later, they come back to Forest Park and pretend they hadn't already been there.
522 priority.
Go ahead.
Have EMS respond for one subject, not conscious but breathing, barely.
A third responding officer immediately calls in the scene.
Yeah, he's snoring.
Assessing the wounds. The man's breathing, so agonizing, it's like a gasping for air.
Where's the gun at?
That third officer immediately notices something isn't right.
You got a gun? Can't see one.
As others arrive, they know to secure the perimeter.
Hey, start it way up there and do the whole thing.
Throughout several officers' body camera videos, you see them putting up yellow crime scene tape.
Priority with privacy curtains. We're in a very exposed area of Forest Park.
Calling to block the victim from view in the busy park and keep others away.
You got a pulse still?
They follow protocol and attempt to help.
Super weak, but I feel it.
Even when they know it's bad.
There's not much we can do. Shoot. Yeah, we're going. They still got a pulse.
So those officers did their jobs. They do their jobs well.
Guy down there by the tree.
You can stop it. I ain't seen enough of that. Where we going, Aki? Go ahead, Maya.
If I could, so like that just for every brother out here that wants to claim, you know, all lives matter, blue lives matter, black lives matter. All these lives matter movements that are going on, it just goes shows you that no black or brown life matters in America.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's a reason why the police act this way. It's a reason why black men and brown men join the police force and act this way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They're trained to have blatant disregard for the lives of niggas.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Period. Point blank.
So, Mark.
Oh, God. This is why the scriptures say that ye are of your father the devil. You know, say like those are brothers with him that decide, no, we're on our last little bit of our shift. Let's go circle around.
Yeah.
Because like when he said they came back, and you could see there was one of the brothers there. Like we don't have compassion amongst our own selves.
Right,
we took upon the spirit of the police system, and you know the CPD or the NYPD or whatever the case may be. We took upon their spirit, which is to really police and destroy black people and protect the white societies.
That's right.
So when they see a brother like that suffering and dying, that's the point. Like that's the point of the CPD or whatever police department that is to make sure that we are unalive.
Yeah, right. Captain DeBarmont.
What the biggest thing that I noticed was how they did not humanize this brother.
Right.
They didn't humanize him at all, and they addressed him as motherfucker. Let's get this motherfucker. Let's leave. Like this is what you get. Now I want everybody to understand the only way for this to stop happening is for us to segregate again. Like literally, you're gonna have to separate from this world, but there's this place that you actually have to go. Because honestly, I know a lot of people don't see it, but them niggas that were standing on that corner that were talking to Barack Obama, they got it right.
Right.
Them the ones who will protect you and make sure your life, you know what I'm saying, is worth something. So you can't just leave the world and then go into another world or be halfway in or halfway out. Like you literally, there's only one world that you can be in. Christ made his world, and the only place you can find that at an Israelite school, UPK. And I say that with all honesty and all sincerity.
Carsino, you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, the most hurtful part about it was seeing the brother. I mean, his lack of empathy, his no love for just our natural emotion that we are born with.
Right. That's
I'm
right.
like, man, we born with that. Like, how did they get that out of you? He's so brainwashed by whatever they trained him and whoever trained him to be like that.
Damn
and unfortunately, I ran into some of those, especially on 103rd Police.
Oh yeah.
Damn right. You know,
and he was like, he was right, because they actually put the wrong plate somebody's car got stolen and they entered the wrong license plate number, and it just happened to be my number. So I'm in my car, and it comes up my car is stolen when they run my plates, and it's like 15 cops all come up there, and then I got to go all the way back and fix it, and then they act like it was nothing, and I'm like, look, this is y'all mistake y'all made.
Real
And
talk.
y'all inconvenience me. Y'all got me looking like a criminal. Y'all got 15 cars coming out, guns on me, like I stole my own car. I got my title, everything. Good thing I had everything, but still, I had to go through that. And then right in front of the white guy, he ain't said nothing. As soon as the white guy leave, he like, yeah, you know, you right, brother. I'm like, then why didn't you say something? The whole time. They train, man. They program. You know, unfortunately, they just feel like I'm like, why would you work at a place you feel like you have no voice, no power, no nothing? I couldn't work at it. I had to go work somewhere else.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could say, and not to beat a dead horse, but during their training, you know what I mean? When they do their target practice, they have black targets. Like when they go through the obstacle course, and they have the civilians and they have the criminals who you're supposed to shoot to protect the civilians. Majority of the civilians are Caucasian. Majority of the targets that they're shooting to protect the civilians against are black and Hispanic.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter who you are. If you are a black or Hispanic man and you're joining the police force, you're joining the PD, whether it's the CPD, the NYPD, the LAPD, the PPD, wherever you are going, you are being trained how they did Saul back in the days before he changed and became Paul.
Yeah.
You are being trained by your oppressor to hunt down and eliminate your people.
Man, let's get a brother a hand. What has happened lately, you know what I mean, with the age of the camera, with everything being, you know, these body cameras and all that, is what has happened is everybody is seeing the real world now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you, brother, you know, but the real world been happening for a very long time to black and Hispanic people. But it's just now that it's getting filmed. And you seeing the ugly side of what America is. Like when you talk about the police, the history of the police is they started off as slave catchers. You understand? So the slave catchers, they treated the slaves like you see them treat them now. Right. And it's a spirit that they cannot get out of. So you got a bunch of black and Hispanic people that join the police force thinking that they helping their community, you know what I'm saying? Which some brothers, they in their innocence, they thinking this is how they can change their community. Right. But you can't join the devil, you know what I'm saying, and think you're gonna make a difference. That's right. It just ain't gonna happen, because what ends up happening is what you just seen. This black man see his own brother laying down there, and and the white boy tell him, man, let's get on and get a roll. They both walk off laughing. You see what I'm saying? So when you put on that uniform, black man, you become a white man. Right. When you put on an army uniform, you become the white man. And I'm gonna tell you something. The worst thing in the world that you could be is live in a nation where you are not loved. That's right. You understand? Yeah. And black and Hispanic and Native Indian, man, you live in a place, brother, where you're not loved. That's right. And that's a very sad thing, which goes to show that everything that's being done to us here in America, we ain't doing it to ourselves. They trying to make it seem like black men are born criminals and, you know, and born, you know, just in negative. We made negative. We made into what America wants us to be. You get what I'm saying? Like this ain't something that's something natural that's happened to us. We living in a place that hate us. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why big up to Commandant General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? General Yohana he said it best. The worst thing that can happen to a human being is to be in slavery. You know what I'm saying? And brother, we in slavery. Damn right. Because guess what? Here this brother lied on the ground. What army does he have to come and be able to defend him for the crime that didn't happen to him? All the different crimes that happen to black and Hispanic people every day. It could be live on camera they gonna put it on the news or whatever. Normally, when you put something on the news, it's supposed to incite the people, you know what I'm saying, and to get the military to say, man, listen, we about to go check this injustice.
Right.
The problem is blacks and Hispanics, you ain't in no position to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You basically in a position where you got to take whatever these white people give out.
Right.
You got to take that shit.
Right.
And then they look at us and say, why you destroyed? Why are these people so destroyed? Because we are defenseless people. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
And and one thing though, I just wanted to say this: they think the gun is the power.
Right.
Gun ain't the power. The power is in the word. The power has always been your voice. Why do you think the commander, the guy in North Korea, Kim, he don't have a gun on him? They all of them got guns. They could take him down if they wanted to. He got $1 million at the gate he addressed with his voice, his word. The power is in the word. Every ruler or whatever in the world, they ain't got no guns on them.
Real talk. Real talk.
They got the word. Because God gave you that because he knew. That's where the power is.
Damn right.
Word.
That's right. Go ahead, Kazai one.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback off what the brother said, and he put it in the physical realm, but the same, just like us, the power we have is in our word, in the word of the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High don't have a gun. But when you follow the orders, that's how we get saved. Just like those other countries that follow they dictators and the people who run the world, they world. If we listen and hearken into the voice of our commander and our Lord,
that's right.
Then we will be the ones that's on top right now.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's why you gotta have brothers that's willing to go in the trenches.
That's right.
Commander Jenny Hanna been going in the trenches for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna honor, you know what I'm saying, a brother that's willing. You gotta honor a man that's willing to go in the trenches to save your life and tell you the truth, even if it cost him his own.
That's right.
You gotta honor that. We know the nigga God is real, because I wouldn't be sitting here right now if he wasn't.
That's right.
When I first came into the truth, nigga, I was homeless. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a homeless shelter. I done slept outside. I done rode the red line back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that to glorify myself. I'm saying that to glorify the Most High, because I believe in this truth. I believe what the men above me taught me, and I'm sitting here right now at this goddamn round table bringing out this truth. You know what I'm saying? The next brother, you know what I'm saying, that's in the trenches, that's hopeless, that's sitting in the house right now, you know what I'm saying, being dehumanized by his woman because she been programmed that way. Man, brother, you hear this, man. You supposed to be joining your brothers in the UPK, you know what I'm saying, so we can go ahead and get the fuck out of America, because this is not our home.
That's right.
I want to apologize again for the foul language. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible does say, you know what it say?
Go on rude and speech.
Go on rude and speech, not a lot. I'm always lean on that scripture. That's all I'm
where are the doorstep?
But in every nationality, every race, they always have the man as the head of the household. Only us do they want that split.
Yeah.
Why would they choose that? They are so afraid of us coming together more than any other race in the world, because they know it's over, because they can't compete with us in anything.
Damn right. Give it up.
We will outwork them. We're smarter.
Right.
And we're durable. The world was made for us. We're the children of the sun. We're the chosen ones. So they know they can't compete. See, they know our history. So that's why they're so like, we can't let them unify no matter what. Let's keep them distracted. Keep them separated. Keep them fighting with each other. Turn some of them on our side. And so they in there trying to correct you. Like they had this black guy trying to tell me what's what. You just a hater. I'm just a hater.
Man, listen, let me tell you something, because you know we love our older people, man. You know, the grandmothers and grandfathers, but man, they don't know. You know, they just don't know. You know, they've been in this place for so long. They older, and you know, they've been deceived, and so With old people, man, you just got to say, I hear you. I hear you, grandma. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I hear you, grandpa. And you got to lay them down, let them go to sleep. Meanwhile, we got to come and now serve our Lord. Grandma and grandpa, they beat down. They don't know no better.
Right.
But you do know better.
Right.
And since you know better, you better do better.
That's right.
You understand, my Patazar?
You know what I'm saying? It was like if I was in the world and saw this video, so I wouldn't have, I'd have, you know what I'm saying, been like, man, what the hell? This what being the police is about. But since I've been in the truth and been coming to the knowledge of, you know what I'm saying, the foundation of the police, which is slave catchers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. They are taught to have no compassion for the slave.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Lamar.
Yeah,
we're gonna move on to the next joint.
Come on, last but not least, for the final story for the night. This is Cameron exposes Jim Jones.
Oh, good.
Exposes.
I mean, listen. You go on your TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. This is all you've been hearing about lately.
Yeah,
Cameron,
God.
Jim Jones, two 50-year-old rappers. You know what I'm saying? And a warrior don't. We got an officer here named Warrior. He don't want nobody 50 years old.
Even 40.
He don't want a nigga 40-year-old.
He's not too fond of 30.
This nigga. But we gonna rap though, Warrior.
All right.
Rap.
Armageddon music.
Now let's get the story.
Yeah, man.
Mark?
No, it's a video.
Oh, it's a video?
Yeah, my bad.
No, nigga, you was not there, man. You wasn't there, nigga. This is what happened, how Jomo got cool with us. Them freestyles that we just showed y'all, go Google them, have fun with them when you get time. We were popping. It wasn't no internet. Mace, myself, Big L, even though Mace and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this, nigga. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles, and you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house. You said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles. Y'all killing shit. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all want to come by and just hang out, y'all could. Y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, my nigga, where's Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool nigga. But it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo house. More freestyles come out. Yo, I heard the new shit you did. I heard the new shit you did. Yo, you want to come through? Come through. Why? Why are we going to Jomo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east.
Was this it? We got anything else? Is there a story on it?
Got Jim Jones part.
Play the part with Jim Jones. I mean, everybody pretty much heard it. You know, we heard Cam, and then we'll play something from Jim Jones as well. I definitely don't want to hear that whole thing. Your brother got it, or he got the way. Casino, anything you want to say on this?
Yeah, a second.
Oh, with Jimmy? Well, the thing about it is Jim Jones he wasn't a rapper. It's weird to me, but when people don't stay unified, it's like when they get down in their luck, instead of saying, man, you know, I'm down on my luck. Can you help me out and be a real man and come talk to your brother Cam? You could call Cam and say, hey man, you know, I'm down on my luck, bro. You know, you can give me. He might would have gave him a job. But their pride and ego is so much in the way. The only way he could ask for help is to be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Oh, he ain't trying to reach out and help me. Oh, he ain't doing nothing for me. It's like, man, like you a grown man, I'm a grown man. We could have a conversation. You could have came down, we brothers. You could sit down and have a conversation.
Right.
But you had too much pride, too much ego to do that.
Right.
So then you got disrespectful. Now he gonna get disrespectful back, and you gonna do this, and then y'all did this 10 years ago. They did this literally 10 years ago, and now here it is again. But every time that Jimmy get down on his luck, he was on the radio crying 10 years ago. Now he's back doing the same old routine. It's like he cried for help. He's a man child. He never really grew up. He's still trying to live in his second childhood. He still won't grow up. He's still trying to dress like he's 19 and 20.
Right. Number one.
And then kind of the gist of this whole little story was, Cam did a little excerpt or a demonstration with 50 over some stuff that happened a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
It was a situation that happened
That's what brought everything back to the forefront.
It brought everything back to the forefront where it was just more like, hey, look, I remember this happened. You know what I'm saying? Woo, blase, blase. Well, it was in both ways you can say it was kind of because it was offensive to Jim Jones.
But Cam didn't think it was offensive.
He didn't think it was offensive because he thought, oh well, he didn't did this with other brothers and he didn't fought with other brothers and he didn't been through this with other brothers and it wasn't the issue. Why would it be an issue with me and he's supposed to love me? You know what I'm saying? And the problem is that he don't understand that the fact that he did love you is why it was an issue. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he cared more about you than all them other niggas was kind of the issue of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in that situation as well, where a nigga on the street can say anything about me, but if a nigga that I love say something about it, then now it's, to me that hurt my heart because it's offensive to me because I cared about you.
No doubt. Y'all down. I'm coming to you, DA. Go ahead.
Yeah, come on, sir, if I could. This also shows like how, how easily manipulated we are, in the black community to start or let some just fester among us, to turn us to enemies of each other. These are brothers that came up together, no matter how the situation was, these is people that are supposed to be, they supposed to be locked in. They supposed to be locked in with each other, whatever, we'll go through downfalls, ups and downs, whatever the case, but they're going to let some petty get into, the forefront. But this is all manipulation from the construct, like the brother was saying, these things is all set up against us in the first place to put us in a place to pit us against each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. We all clamoring for a crumb off the master's table. So, if this brother look like he's getting more of the crumb, now we got an issue with that brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
By Cameron's own admission, he didn't start this friendship genuinely. Started it based off of what a groupie could offer them as a group. Now, Jim Jones, it looked like he started this friendship from sincerity. He offered it. His grandmother just died. The best way he could cope with that was to do something for somebody else. So he opened up his grandmother's house, let them brothers come in and tried to build a bond with them. He always was congratulating them. Hey, yo, that next freestyle was dope. Hey, man, that new freestyle was dope. Hey, man, yeah, what you got? And he was there for them cats. Even what Mano said, Mano said the issue that Jim Jones had with him wasn't about what Jim Jones had with him. It was over Cam. So Jim Jones seemed like he had a genuine love for this cat.
Yeah.
But Cameron, he just couldn't be a fucking friend. Excuse me. You see what I'm saying? And that just takes me to the scripture where it says a man that has friends must show himself friendly.
Right.
Cam never showed himself friendly, but Jim Jones was a true friend of this cat. But like you said earlier, Cat, Mace was the only one who was really truly a friend. You see what I'm saying? Because Mace not only showed Cameron the game, but he also showed Jim Jones the game. And now that they going at each other in the game, he telling them, y'all need to squash that.
Right.
Chill out on that. It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying?
When I look at this situation right here, it just reminds me why the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana is so essential.
Damn right.
See, everyone just see a bunch of loud niggas on the corner, and they call us screaming out and cursing out white people. But what they don't realize is that we show the ultimate expression of black and brown love.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is what this is built off of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And regardless of that situation, regardless of how it started, regardless of where it is now, If these brothers were trained by a man like Commander General Yohana, they would realize that you're supposed to take that brother aside, have a like men. What men are supposed to do when men have a problem with other men, with your brother, you pull that brother to the side. You talk. Y'all hash it out. If y'all got to raise voices, if y'all got to yell and scream, whatever you do over the situation, you listen, he listen, you express your point, he express his point, and then y'all come to a head on it and come into agreement. And if you can't come into agreement, then you go to men above you that are more rational minded, that are more sound thinking, and you get a proper neutral judgment on the situation. And we don't have a public spectacle of brothers who supported each other, made millions of dollars with each other. Back in the days, looked like the most solid, one of the most solid units on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all look like a bunch of clowns because you have no rules, you have no regulations, you have no real brotherhood. And if Jim Jones and Cameron just simply took a moment to come into the ISUPK, talk to Commander General Yohana and learn, or General Muhammad, and learn how to be brothers to each other, we would not have that spectacle, and the world could see black unity the way it's supposed to be.
Damn right.
Right.
We got a video to Captain DeBar's point.
Go ahead.
Most High Christ.
Play it.
Anybody Cam didn't like, I watched Mace on Cam and everybody around him. Cam enemies were my enemies. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. And Mace got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport, skirt, the car dealer bringing that shit outside the airport, two-door joint, brand new stickers on that bitch. That nigga going crazy, right? Joking and shit like that with Cam and shit. That nigga jumped in the shit by himself with skirt off. I said, yeah, this nigga is a different type of animal. That is doing dance moves, like coordinated dance moves on the speaker and shit like that. I never forget this shit, like matching outfits, coordinated dance moves, like what show? Or Cam bust out that shit, like we ain't doing this shit no more. All these niggas.
Jim Jones finally breaks his silence, shedding light on why he chose to turn on Cam back in the day and attempt a partnership with 50 Cent. A move that, in hindsight,
Go ahead, I will on.
Yeah, Cap. So to Captain DeBar's point, it seemed like Jim Jones, he had a sense of loyalty, and he was a genuine friend to Cameron. But on the flip side, it seemed like Cam did not reciprocate that.
Yeah. But listen, man, I'm gonna tell you my take on this is, man. Here's what's obvious. You know, when you look at Mace, Cameron, Jim Jones, it's real simple. They do not know how to be brothers.
That's right.
They don't know how to be brothers.
That's right.
And let me tell you something. This is the fault of black leadership. When you see these cats here got all this fame and got all this money, you can't give them enough fame. Even the fame and the money won't make them be brothers.
Right.
You understand? Like we be thinking chase money, chase fame. The brother just told you how disgusting fame was at the beginning of the show. But we train in this place to chase money. It still don't make you a brother, right? So then what is the ingredient that make brothers brothers? We all sitting here right now. I couldn't imagine coming against any of y'all in here. I couldn't imagine it. Right. And that's how they supposed to feel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They supposed to feel like that.
Damn right, sir.
But because they didn't get taught the rules, this why parenting is so important. This is why following our God is so important. And following the right leaders is so important, because as a young child coming up, when you 5 years old, 10-year-old, your father supposed to be teaching you rules.
That's right.
On what it is to become a man.
That's right.
So by the time you reach a certain age, the wisdom that you didn't got from your father would never make you turn against your brother. Right. If you have an issue, you got to do what Christ said. You go to him and him alone.
That's right.
Not in public. All of them cats is wrong. Every last one of them cats wrong. Mace, Jim Jones, all of them cats is totally wrong. Here they are, 40, 50-year-old men, and they do not know how to settle a problem. Do you understand how sad that is? You got these cats, all this fame and money, and they do not know how to settle no problem.
Right.
That means black leadership has failed.
Right.
It fails. You understand? Like when you got a spirit the way you don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, go talk to your brother, you know what I'm saying? And the biggest problem they got going on right now is that whatever issues they had with one another, they supposed to have been settled it.
Right.
But when you know, we learn this in council in the UBK. Once you go to council, you have an issue with a brother, you're to never talk about it again.
Right.
And you see why you should never talk about it again.
That's right.
Because now old wounds get brought up.
Right.
Now it can never be settled.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Which is why you forgive your brother, and once you forgive your brother for what he done wrong, now you move on. It ain't to be talked about no more. Why? Because it's in the past. We got other days and times. Nobody got time to be living about some beef and shit. They all of them talking about shit that happened back in the day and all that shit there.
Mhm.
The sad part of it is, I'm coming to you, Priest. The sad part of this is we got young youth that look up to these cats.
Right.
Like that whole movement they had, man. What was it?
Dipset.
Dipset and all
yeah.
that. And all that, man, that was a powerful movement, huh? You understand, right or wrong? And now you got young cats that's looking up to this and saying, well, this is how we should deal with a problem, whatever the case may be. Black celebrities, they not leaders.
Damn,
That's
right.
Religious people that's in the church, they not your leaders.
Damn right.
Comedian, they now they so, you know what I'm saying, look at black people, you know, with so much disrespect. They throw a comedian and make Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey, these cats make it seem like they got some knowledge. They got Shannon Sharp up there talking about Club Shay Shay. So half of these cats shouldn't even have no goddamn podcast. Talking about You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They shouldn't be talking about nothing. Now, if we put the right leadership in place, this won't exist.
Exactly.
Christ gave the recipe. What Christ say in the Bible? If you got an issue with your brother, you go to him and him alone.
That's right.
If y'all can't agree, what the scriptures say, then you go to getting 2-3 more. I'm paraphrasing. You go to the council and let the council decide what's who's right and who's wrong. You understand? Which goes to show we need men of wisdom. Don't you ever in your life put the white man's money over the Lord's wisdom. Are you insane? Are you insane? You got to be insane to take the white man's money with his fucking face on the money and think that the American dollar is more important than the wisdom that you get out the fucking Bible. This the result of that shit. I would never sell out my brothers for no money. I would never get on no camera and talk bad about my brothers, man. Why? Because I've been taught that. That's what you have to be taught how to be a man. And this is just an example, man. These brothers just don't know how to be brothers.
You pretty much just touched on what I was gonna say. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? The reason, you know, because the reason these brothers is like this is because they've been taught how to be brothers by the same people who hate them.
Damn right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
But the Christian church hates you. The Muslim mosque hates you.
Yeah.
They not they in it like you say for the almighty dollar.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? If your needs and concerns was a priority to them, then maybe it'll be a, you know what I'm saying, like the ISUPK is, that maybe it'll have some type of foundation. But when your foundation is money, you know what I'm saying, that'll fall every time.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
I just want to say something. I gotta get ready to roll.
Go ahead.
It's already
Please let everybody know before you roll where they can catch you, what you got coming up, and all that before you get up out of here.
Okay. I'm on the Patreon as Carcino for Life on my Patreon. That's like where I can be as free as I want and let them have it. But on YouTube, I'm Carcino for Life. On Instagram, I'm Carcino, man. I mean, shalom to all my brothers, man. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate this.
Right, man. Hey, Carcino, man. Again, brother, we appreciate you joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying? We want everybody, please subscribe to his page. Please check this brother out. Please support brothers like this, man. Support this brother. You know what I'm saying? This brother didn't have to come on this show. You know what I'm saying? But he's seen some real niggas. You know what I'm saying? and stepped to them brothers and came on the show. So we appreciate you again for that, brother. And
Oh yeah,
listen,
I was watching y'all all this week.
we got a 100th episode coming up. January 31st. Man, we love to invite you to come to the school. We're gonna have food. The sisters gonna cook food. We got brothers gonna be here from all over the Midwest, out of town. We love for you to come and vibe. It's up to you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, if I'm in town, yeah, y'all got my number. Just hit me up. Give me the information, and I'll make a way.
Man, again, give it up for the brother, man.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you. Hey, shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Most High Christ. So again, man, you know what I mean? Been one hell of a show, man. I'm gonna give it up. Give yourselves a hand, man. Mark Yala announcements.
Come on. So everyone that watches the Round Table of Truth, make sure to go like, follow, share, subscribe. I'm not sure if the super chat is up, but if you don't have the super chat right now, make sure to go to our GoFundMe, Round Table of Truth. Make a donation. You understand? You see what we're doing in the truth.
That's right.
You understand? Make a contribution.
That's
you feel my point? It's not going to go anywhere if we don't have Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians supporting the cause.
That's right.
You feel my point? Every little dollar will help go to our people that are suffering and need some information to get out of the scenarios that they're in. That's right. You feel my point? So go like, follow, share. Make sure to subscribe and just push the truth. You feel my point? So, also make sure that you get ready for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. You understand? We will be in Atlanta, Georgia, April 9th, all the way through April 13th. Make sure to sign and pay your Passover fee, pay your tithes as well. You understand? The Ice Buchanan Community in Hana. Make sure to do it. Also, we have, like Kamal Quad said a second ago, the 100th episode of the Round Table of Truth. Coming up in 2 weeks from today.
That's right.
You understand? January 31st will be a monumental day for the Round Table of Truth in the Midwest under Kamal Quad, the Midwest Monster of Mayhem. We will be having the Round Table of Truth 100th episode. You understand? Make sure to tune in. If you come here physically, we would love to see you here. We would love to support. Right. But you understand? So if you could, like, follow, share, subscribe.
All right. From one, you got it.
Hey, Salaki, just to add to that, also, this Monday, you know what I'm saying, the 20th, you know, while you know our press is watching the inauguration, we having the Round Table of Truth exclusive right here on the Round Table of Truth. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's Martin Luther King's Day or whatever they call it in America or whatever. They also doing that. We're gonna have a Round Table of Truth exclusive on how, you know, Martin Luther King's dream was Black and Hispanic and Native American Indians' nightmare. So we're gonna have a great show. It's gonna be at 2 p.m. Central Time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be a hell of a show. It's gonna be right before y'all little games come on and everything. So y'all make sure that, and even if the game do come on, y'all make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be super heavy, and it's gonna be super knowledgeable. So,
Y'all down? Can you tell everybody what we're gonna be at next week?
Yeah, next week we're gonna be at the Urban Lux Cafe. The Urban Lux Cafe. The Round Table of Truth will be at the second annual thank you for watching. You know what I'm saying? The thank you for watching with 290 Mo. You know what I'm saying?
The big shout out to 290 Mo. Again, I want to give it up to my host, Officer Lamar Yala, again in my hand. Officer Yaradan, please tell everybody where they can get this fly gear from.
Most High Christ, sir. Hey, if you were looking for the fly gear that you see, you know what I'm saying, on the Round Table of Truth, you can get that at www.diversitymall.com.
Damn right, give it up. You know what I'm saying? Got Officer Iowa Lum in the building. That's right. Tell everybody, man, when that next episode of the War Report.
Come Khan, sir. The next episode of the War Report, which will be a special episode, myself and Karyash, we're gonna be bringing out some things what brothers should be getting to prepare. for the upcoming World War III. It's around the corner if you
Damn
can't
right.
tell.
Damn right.
But that next episode will be January 30th, that Thursday, right before the Roundtable of Truth.
Most High Christ, give it up. You know what I'm saying? We got Officer of my yard Sabbath service tomorrow. Anything y'all bringing out?
Yeah, tune in every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. You know what I'm saying, for the ISUPK Chicago Sabbath service. Right now, we're going over the story of Joseph. You know what I'm saying? This is how we ended up in Egypt in captivity.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was through the betrayal of brothers, something that resounds through history. The Lord said they know there's nothing new under the sun.
Damn
You
right.
know what I mean? So what happened in our past is prevalent to what's happening in our present, and it's also will show us what not to do so we can secure a brighter future for ourselves.
Damn
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Damn right. Man, listen, I want to big up my technical team over there, Officer Ramawan,
That's right.
Officer Raj Karab, you understand?
Right.
To the sisters out there, Raj Karab is in the weight room, sisters.
Give him some.
He getting to that steel, you know what I'm saying?
Give him some.
Right. You're about to deliver a lot of fire out there, you understand? But man, big up to that brother. Also, I want to give it up to Captain DeBob Moth, you know what I'm saying? ISUPK Milwaukee, you understand? The brother just got keys to a school out there in Milwaukee.
Oh, Most High Christ. Christ.
He got the keys.
What you gonna say?
So like I don't want so Umar finna open up the school.
Come on, Umar. Man, look, we opening up schools every day now. Okay. And you 10 years in, you still ain't opened up that school. Talking about flows ain't been dilated or whatever they
Hey, Cat. He's a Ghanaian citizen now.
Right. How you nigga over there in Ghana. Ghana. You know what I'm saying?
Get out of the way. No windows on
Real
this.
talk. But Captain DeBob Moth, man, brother, real fast before we close it out, man. How does it feel, man, to get the keys to a school out there in Milwaukee, man?
Hey, so first of all, I want to say I got the water. First of all, I want to say the water to, you know what I'm saying, the Lord and our King, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shai,
Damn right.
Black man. I want to give it up to Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
I want to give it up to all the generals. I want to give it up to you, Captain Mawakwa, for your excellent counsel and guidance. Man, you done taught me the whole goddamn game out here. I done soaked it up. You sent me out to Milwaukee with some mighty men. It ain't the bar mouth that did this, man.
Come on.
It's these brothers that we work in concert with out there, man. These brothers are champions. I'm talking about these brothers are absolutely second to none, man. The water for your guidance and everything, bro. And also to the brothers out here in Chicago, man. Y'all brothers set a mighty example for all, you know what I'm saying, Israel to see you, whether they in the school or not.
That's right.
Everybody taking from, you know what I'm saying, the Israelite school UPK. So the water,
That's right.
again, you know what I'm saying, it feels amazing, Cap.
Right.
It's ecstatic. It's damn near like when we got to school here.
Damn right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You already know I should be Chicago will be down there in Milwaukee.
Hey, Cap, we ain't hiding no women. We ain't hiding no drink. We opening up the club for you. We get a VIP. It's going down. It's going down.
Man. Big shout out, man. Great job too, Captain Bob.
God, sir.
Brother, hard work. Also in the building, we got almost 1,000 Karyash in the building. You understand? That's right, Big Man Guy taking over the reservations. You understand? Also in the building, we got Officer 1,000 Kazaiwan in the building. You understand? And man, listen, Officer Lacombe. You know what I'm saying? Nigga that made his way back from Florida. Ain't told us nothing. They said nothing. Yeah, this there. All we know here in Milwaukee. Yeah, this there. Big shout out to Officer Lacombe. Lacombe, you want to say anything, man? How I feel to be back in the Midwest, brother?
Sir, hey, it feel good to be home.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Also, too, man, can't leave out Officer Mapatazai in the building. Young boy. Got his sons with him, you know what I mean? Wherever they go, he goes, my buddy. My buddy. You understand? They is shadow, you know what I'm saying? As they should be. I am Captain Mawakwa, under Commander Jenny Yohana.
Right.
See you next week, Lord allow. Shalom.
Midwest Monster of Mayhem.
following the Lord a long time. I've been following the Lord a long time. Citing scripture. I see now for every verse they use to support our bondage, there's another demanding our freedom. What are we gonna do?
We have great enemies. The police are our enemies. The drugs, the violence, even the water itself is trying to kill you. The air is trying to kill you. And the one thing we have as a steady and sure defense against death is one another.
I've been following the Lord a long time, citing scripture. I see now for every verse they use to support our bondage, there's another demanding our freedom. What are we gonna do?
We have great enemies. The police are our enemies. The drugs, the violence, even the water itself is trying to kill you. The air is trying to kill you. And the one thing we have as a steady and sure defense against death is one another.
I've been following the Lord a long time, citing scripture. I see now for every verse they use to support our bondage, there's another demanding our freedom. What are we gonna do?
We have great enemies. The police are our enemies. The drugs, the violence, even the water itself is trying to kill you. The air is trying to kill you. And the one thing we have as a steady and sure defense against death is one.
Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commended Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. And no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom. Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commended Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. And no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Shalom.